your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you here been the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm joined by Spinmo Rex.
Hello.
Glizzy Boy!
Glizzy boy.
Glizzy boy. Oh, let me get my mic. Hold on. Glizzy boy. Back in the booth, one time. I could go undefeated, man. I know you of all people are happy, Easy, because this
guy he was doing shots before the show.
Let's go. I do want to congratulate him because I told him this off mic, but you guys didn't hear this. This is the first time. Live. This is the first time that he has not beaten, or that he has beaten somebody that's not a rookie at this game. So congratulations, Nick. Round of applause.
That is true.
Round of applause.
All right, so that's also not true because Easy's been in it twice this year. So
that's also true.
That's true.
Back to you, boys.
What'd you make of the game last night?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it?
No, I was.
You for sure watched it because you were talking shit.
No, I wasn't actually talking shit like that. I was score watching. I was playing 2K with the boys.
No honor out of that
one. I was playing 2K with the boys. Yeah, no, I wanted to watch it.
I know Spinny was excited.
Honestly, I wanted to watch it.
He was treating it like it was like a. It was a game within the game. You were posting about it.
Oh yeah, I was
texting about it.
I was watching it for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you guys found enjoyment.
I mean, I was gonna watch it either way because I like football.
Mean a lot to you guys.
But the loser didn't watch it obviously because he's a loser.
Yeah, no, I gotta just apologize because as a state alumni, I should have never picked John Harbaugh. Once again, U of M fucked me. So
you should have picked John Harbaugh.
Or wait,
you both are younger siblings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jim Harbaugh losing to his older brother last night.
Again.
What is? Can you relate? Is there like a?
Who can relate?
Is there extra motivation in those situations?
Thank you, sir.
Shout out to Jasui.
Is there extra motivation? No, I don't. I think he's just trying to get the win. Well, yeah.
It would have sucked to lose your older sibling.
Yeah, it would suck. I think it sucks to lose either way, but you definitely want to win more if your sibling is the one you're going against.
Especially when you guys, in theory, they're going to be together for Thanksgiving dinner, so he's going to be able to just talk about the ass whooping that he just gave his brother a couple days ago.
Yeah, there was a lot of testosterone in your house growing up. You never really got beat up by your brother, huh?
No, my brother was soft.
And it shows.
My brother was soft.
Is he the same height as
Chris
you?
never got beat up by his brother and it shows. Just talk to him when he's drunk.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I used to get my ass whooped.
Shout out Olivia. She beat you up too.
Olivia used to beat me up for sure.
Hey, man.
She pushed me down the stairs a couple times.
Everybody loves Chris. Nobody wants to fight Chris.
Crazy.
Yeah, she's a terrible person. My brothers used to kick the shit out. I'd be like, I've said it before, but I'd just be downstairs like watching TV and one of my brothers would come up and he'd sit next to me, and I'd be like, okay. And then the other one would come up and sit on the other side of me. I'm like, all right, something's going down. And then the third one would come up and he'd stand behind me, like over the couch. And then he'd put me in a headlock and they'd just start for no reason.
You had mashed potato brains before the accident.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are twice baked mashed potato brains.
Twice baked mashed potato. Chris, no fight. Never. Are you your brother the same size as you, or what? Or?
No, I'm slightly bigger than him. I mean, he's bigger, like, weight wise, but he's bigger weight wise. But yeah, no, I'm taller. I'm a scrawny guy. I've never been the fighting guy. Everybody loves Chris. Everybody gets along with Chris, so ain't no issues.
Yeah.
Never really had.
There's nothing to prove in fighting Chris. It's like, yo.
Yeah, it's like
beating him up. You're a piece of shit. If you get your ass beat by Chris,
you don't beat up the cousin because it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys are trying to spin this into something.
Spin it like a glizzy in a rotator.
It's funny too.
You beat up Chris. It's like, okay, congrats, man. But if you get beat up by Chris, it's like, Jesus, dude.
Dude, you gotta move.
Yeah,
you gotta call Mark White or
something. Gotta call Mark White for sure.
Out of here, dude.
Definitely extra motivation.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're a younger sibling too.
Yeah, I used to get the shit beat out of me until the last time. The last time I fought him is when I beat him, and that was the last time we fought.
Oh yeah, my brothers know not to try me now. I beat the shit out of all of them.
Who would give you the toughest challenge?
Dylan, probably.
No hesitation.
My brother. Well, it would have been Cole, but Cole lost 150 pounds, so it's not Cole anymore. Dylan, he's the father. He's
got dad strength.
He's got dad strength. He's got the hottest temper out of all of us. So he'll get angry fast. Yeah, I would say Dylan.
Is he a doctor?
He is a doctor. Yes. I would say he'd put up the biggest
whoop
fight
your
for
ass
sure.
and bring you back to
he's
life.
a bigger guy too. he's a bigger guy too.
Did you hear, Chris?
No,
Say, whoop your ass and bring you back to
bring you
life.
back to life. No, I'd still beat his ass, but he would definitely put up because he's a bigger guy too.
Yeah. Nick, when was your final fight with your bro?
It was my sophomore year of high school. He was a senior. It was like a crash out moment. It was like
Fuck yeah.
Crash out Nick.
Yeah.
Crash out Nick.
Yeah.
What would you fight about? What was it over?
It was over. I don't want to talk about it, but you could only imagine. It was over a chick, but yeah, and some disrespectful shit. But I ran him through our garage door that like goes down 2 steps.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
and then we go down to the concrete after me and him, like I tackle him through this door, and we're just fucking going pound for pound. At one point,
Just
he's
like
like
you
trying
both
to
did that girl?
slam my head, basically. He's trying to slam my head onto the concrete. I like fucking take a gnaw at his fucking head, get on top of him, and start fucking pounding him. I was like, that was the last time. Then I got his head, was fucking like pushing it. Yeah, so it was straight the like absolute
Step
brawl.
brothers.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
like,
after that,
jeez.
it was
That's
straight
crazy.
blood.
That is crazy. That's crash
I've
out.
never
Well,
drawn
I got
blood with my
my
brothers.
ass beat the whole entire time going before this.
No, you're good.
So
Oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
was
dude,
the
I'm on your
last
side of
straw.
this. Yeah.
Oh, I know. This was the last straw. I was like, all bets are off. I don't care what happens.
Side
Let's
question. Did anybody still keep fucking with the girl after?
No, and it was just
Everyone cut ties?
it was just some disrespectful shit was said.
Yeah, see, I never my closest brother is 4 years older than me, so we never had really
Yeah.
like
You're
issues
cooked
like
either
that.
way, dude.
Like my
Yeah.
brothers are
Yeah,
4,
you
6,
had no
4,
chance.
6, and 8 years older than me. So like, I was just getting my ass whooped all the time until when I got into like high school and I hit my growth spurt and they came back from college and I put some hands on them, and then, they haven't been treating Spenny like that ever since. Because my sister's 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
So once I got to like a decent size, I started fighting back to my sister. But she used to kick the shit out of me when I was a little kid.
Is she like Jack now, right?
She's
So
big.
let's wait
Yeah.
for
Oh
shit.
yeah. She's a swimmer, so her shoulders and
Is it power ranked or Axers right now?
fight wise.
Yeah.
Oh, me number 1. Dylan number 2. Then it gets tough. Cole and Ian. I'd probably put Cole number 3 because Cole also gets very mad. And then Ian, then Olivia.
Olivia still has.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's soft.
Yeah. That's fair. All right.
Yeah.
Detroit Red Wings. Last night, Smitty, before we left, it's not your fault. I don't blame you. I took your advice. But I was
Yeah.
like, sharp parlay, Pistons
Yeah.
and Wings tonight. And you're like, nah, dude, I wouldn't do it.
And they both win.
yeah. And Michigan State.
And
what
Michigan
would the
and
odds
Michigan
have
State won. Yeah, I don't know. We didn't check the odds.
Nick,
but
didn't you do it?
No, Spencer is like, you gonna do the parlay? And I'm like, hell no, dude.
Yeah.
These teams are not doing
I
well
thought
right
about it
now.
and I backed out. And then I had so many. I had like 5 different parlays last night. Shout out to Pat. Went to his house after work, got high as shit, and ended up doing like 5 random parlays, like a dumbass. Had Derrick Henry touchdown on all of them. Every single one of the parlays though, every single leg hit in every other parlay.
That's a rookie move. You
Outside
never
of the
have
Derrick Henry touchdown, I was sick about it, dude.
Yeah,
never
Did he have
have
some called
one
back too?
parlay with
Or
everything.
no, he got in
in
the
it.
end zone.
I don't know. Spencer was like basically hyping up. He was super hyped because Chris was
I
going to
was
be in
just
the
hyped the
suit.
Ravens were scoring.
Yeah,
Mark
and I
Andrews
was
got
like,
that touchdown.
And Stream East, Bleem Keast was
Bleed Keast.
was freezing, and I'm like, hell yeah, he definitely got one because we were just talking about how we
No,
all
it was-
needed
yeah,
it.
it was
Oh
Justice-
yeah, you needed one too.
Justice Hill had a 60-yard
Yes.
touchdown run.
Yeah.
I honestly thought he was gonna get hawked at like the 5. I was like,
It looked like
I was
it.
like, oh, you got it. But
I
no, he
wish.
just yeah.
Yeah,
I
it sucked.
wanted to watch the game, but then I was like, then I heard Ravens were up, and I was like, oof, yeah, no, this is bad for me.
It looked like the Chargers were gonna take it in the beginning.
That's what I
They ended up
heard.
like 13-0 or 10-0.
Yeah, and then they scored a touchdown, and then first of all, the refs were trying to keep the Chargers in it.
Oh, that was
and the
crazy.
Ravens
Shout out to
secondary
refs.
sucks, dude.
I mean,
like it is bad.
it's
And they
bad.
had Wiggins and Humphreys. And I think Kyle Hamilton played too. Is he 14?
I want to defend them, but like they've been bad all season. So
They've
I
been
can't.
bad, and
Yeah.
they were grabbing a lot. There were some questionable calls, but
But
when
the
you got
Chargers-
Tre'Davious White, Graybush out there as a starting corner, he was getting cooked.
Yeah, no, the refs
By
are
Josh
definitely trying
Palmer.
to keep the Chargers in that for
I
sure.
like Josh Palmer though.
I like
Ladd
McConkey.
McConkey's good.
I like
Quentin
the scouting
Johnston
in a
blew
draft
that
coming
game.
up.
Quentin Johnston blew that game
He
for the
fucking
Chargers.
sucks,
Like
dude.
3 ugly drop balls.
And you know what's crazy too? Not crazy, but like just admirable. Justin Herbert still hit that podium and defended his guy.
Yeah.
Just
Justin
guy's
Herbert's
guy.
a good dude. He's a leader,
Yeah.
man. He's a good quarterback.
He's good.
Lamar Jackson's better though.
Fucking A,
Dude, the fucking way he can just avoid people, like some of the sacks he was avoiding, he was literally like,
yeah,
the guy will go flying by him.
Dude, even the touchdown run.
Yeah, it's so
Alex,
crazy.
Super unathletic. Won't do that again. But
yeah, don't tear your ACL again.
Yeah.
Or your meniscus.
Jaden Ivey game winner.
Yeah, that was hype.
Shout out.
That was hype.
There's some good plays by Asar Thompson coming down the stretch.
Yep.
Defensively and offensively, knocked down a big three in the corner. Had a nice oop to Duran.
We have its old segment. Relax.
Oh,
Calm
really?
down.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
this guy
Jaden
never
Ivey,
reads a
game
prep
winner.
Did you
sheet.
look at the prep at all?
that. No, I didn't.
You got to look at it.
I was
Read,
starring
man.
in Justin's TikTok live going, all right. But yeah, that was, dude, seeing you do a
5
TikTok
stars.
dance with no music or any sound behind
terrifying.
it is terrible.
It's like a devil ritual.
Yeah.
5 stars.
But Jaden Ivey has a big shot, man. He dribbled it down to the last second, got past his guy and knocked down the jumper. It was an impressive shot by him. And shout out to the Red Wings scoring 2 goals in the third to take the lead, and then obviously Evanson knocks down the empty netter. Your big gun shining for the Red Wings. You got goals out of Raymond, Larkin, Sider, and Evanson. That's what you're going to need going forward. I liked what I saw out of Mott and Comfer in this game, winning some faceoffs, playing some hard defense. But anytime I see Petrie and Hall or Sherratt tried to give the game away by just a stupid boarding call there in the last 4 minutes. The defense is so bad when Sider and Evanson come off the ice. It's just it's impossible to watch.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy because at least last year, the offense, this year, we're bottom of the league in offense. And then our boy Max Boltman, I don't know if you saw this, put a little Trevor Zegras rumors in the air.
Yeah.
I know at once upon a time he was in the race for the Calder Cup over our guy Mo. Hasn't really shown anything since. But, I mean, is there some potential you guys still believe in there? Or
I'd take a flyer.
Trevor Zegras is cooked already washed. Took like 2 years and the dude's washed.
Like, how did that happen?
I don't know.
He looked so good his rookie year.
He doesn't play 2 ways of the ice. He doesn't back check. He doesn't forecheck. He's not going to battle a puck out of the corner. He's flashy and he's got nice hands. And if you keep trying to go for the Michigan goal, your guys are going to get pissed at you eventually. Like Zegras is not what this team needs at all.
Not a complete player. He'll fit right in here. That's what I'm saying.
We've got 5 Zegrases on this team right now.
So you wouldn't take the flyer?
No, I wouldn't.
There's
I
no
would
poten-
much
you don't
rather
see
have a
potential
different
there?
player than the potential's there. But like
Especially
I said,
with,
he is not what fit. You do not need another soft guy that's going to be a diva when he doesn't get top 6 minutes. That doesn't play 2 ways of the ice.
Is he a diva?
He's not what they need at all.
This is like a team taking a swing on Torkelson last year. Ooh. You know, a guy that started hot, fell off the map. You know, he didn't have much trade value, I don't think. So I honestly would, if I was a different team last year, I would have taken a swing on Torque, and that's why I would take a swing on Zegras, just because there is still high upside potential, which I don't think you have to give up too much for. I would kick the tires on it personally. I mean, where are you at right now?
Yeah.
That's why I would.
I don't want to see.
Are there any trades out there?
I don't want to see a guy lose a spot to Trevor Zegras because he's not what this team needs. Flat out. You don't need another guy that's only going to play one side of the ice. You need guys that are going to play both sides, and you need defense. I'd rather them go after a defenseman and bring somebody in there that can actually play in the game. Like
somehow we need
you have
offense
2
too
defensemen
now.
on your team. You don't really need offense. It's
puck control.
You need better coaching and you need a better scheme.
Shout out Palinka, 18 points, 20 games. Let's call him up.
Call him up.
SHL.
Call him at
Get
this
him out
point
here.
in the season, bro. Like, why
Dude,
not?
I would, honestly, but that's me microwaving.
No, I know you've been microwaving it all, but like, you wanted to get rid of Dan Skipper yesterday, but like,
I just said he should never be your backup left tackle. I like him as a 6-man up there.
I feel you. Nah, at this point, the Red Wings season's looking like this dead. I want to see the young guys.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they're not dead yet, but we'll see. Going forward, I'd like to see maybe Soderblom get some minutes up here. Danielson is a guy that you'd like to see get some games. But we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about James Houston because that is the big thing. James Houston,
Big team,
cut from the Detroit Lions.
The Cutaman.
But first, we'll go to break. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness.
What the heck?
The home of the judgment-free zone. Bumba Clock. The home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, we mean anyone, can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes. All memberships include fitness training. You get all of that for just $15 a month, or upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like hydro massage, total body enhancement, and access to 2,500 locations worldwide. Planet Fitness. For more information, join online or in club at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go!
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports. Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Too.
Divorce.
Hey, divorce.
Divorce.
Is your wife still a Drake fan after all the accusations? Get her out of here!
Do what
Kevin,
Drake did and file a lawsuit.
File a lawsuit. Contact the lawyer. Maybe named Kevin. Maybe named Catherine. Down here in Birmingham. They can save you up to $5,000 close cost your home. No, don't do that. But they can pay your first time filing fee. It's Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law. Any type of family law issue you guys are dealing with, they will help you out. 248-971-0476, or just scan the QR code above my head.
Divorce.
KDK Law.
I mean, I'm sure they know people. They probably could save you something on the closing cost, but not the $5K. That's my guy, Mark White.
Yeah, that's Mark White.
Exclusively Mark White.
Exclusively Mark White, babe. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend. Welcome to World Heavyweights Live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Smo.
Shout out,
Chris.
When's the final, in the chat, when's the final for the Maui Invitational? I don't know, is it tomorrow or is it today?
Nicholas Koloff. I looked down the chat. The first thing I saw was never trust a fart. That's why I started.
That's true.
That's a post 30 thing.
Yeah, I heard it's never trust a fart past 30.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, I can. Don't.
Only a 30-year-old in the room, and he's 37.
I am 48.
He's the reverse the reverse Bryce Young. His age just keeps going up.
All right, in the more serious news, obviously the Detroit Lions made a roster move today. They waived James Houston. He is no longer part of the Detroit Lions. His snap count has been limited, even with the injury to Aiden Hutchinson. Obviously, the rookie year standout, 8 sacks. Looked like he was going to be a freaking star. One of Brad Holmes' first gems he ever found.
Yeah, 6th-round pick.
And just couldn't get going for what the Detroit Lions scheme was. And now he is going to be more than likely a free agent. Spinney, what's your reaction to that?
I mean, I don't like to see him be released in the middle of the season unless you're freeing up a roster spot for somebody, and that has to be what they're doing. But the writing was kind of on the wall there with James Houston. He didn't really fit what they wanted to do. You know, we talk about it, the versatility that this team likes. We talk about how they like guys who can do everything, who can play in the run game, who can play with their hand in the dirt, who can play in a 2-point stance and get to the quarterback. And James Houston couldn't, unfortunately. I hope he has a great career somewhere else, somewhere far away, and I hope we don't have to see him ever. But he has an elite trait at getting to the quarterback, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets picked up by another team. but he doesn't fit what they want to do defensively. And they gave him all the opportunities in the world to prove that he can, and unfortunately he didn't.
Yeah, one of the bonuses we spotted on when we grabbed Zadarius Smith was the fact that he was a bigger defensive end, and you can get back to collapse in the pocket, and that benefits you both in the run game and obviously in pass rush situations. James Houston, like you said, is more of that edge, speedier type of guy, and that's just not what they're looking for. Yeah, you can get to the quarterback, but they need to be more versatile, and that's why they're one of the best run defenses in the league, because they prefer those type of defensive ends. Josh Pascal, he's not one known to get to the quarterback constantly, but what he for damn sure can do is collapse the pocket. And James Houston didn't fit it. I still think he'd go elsewhere, maybe like a Baltimore, maybe even like
Miami.
I was thinking the exact same thing today too. Yeah, because they grabbed that one kid out of Penn State, who's also their size. Yeah, quick. Like there's a role for him in the NFL, and unfortunately, he's not in the Detroit Lions. Nick, you had the highest expectations of all of us. You actually convinced me that he was going to do these things. I'm not bragging on you. I'm just like, where are you at with this?
I put my credibility on the line for this guy, and he didn't show
and he
up.
Shit his pants.
And he shit the bed.
He quite literally shit his pants.
He did. That part sucks too, bro. Like
to build the statue, was that you?
Before we
wait, what?
Woodward posted a picture of him with the shit pants and said, "Build the statue."
No, that's awesome.
That's fucking hilarious. Whoever did, it might have been Stick, but that is Stick or Kool-Aid, or it might have been Trav. I know it wasn't Justin, and no, it wasn't you.
No,
but
yeah, no,
besides all the shit pants talk, this is actual. Fellas, I want to say thank you to James Houston, because I think honestly he was a big reason for this Lions turnaround in 2022 when he came on the scene super hot.
Yeah,
it was one of those flashes in the pans that you don't see too often in sports, and when it does happen, you do fall in love with that player, and you're mesmerized by what he could possibly be, and that's what I bought into. Last year, he dealt with the injuries. This year, I was thinking he was going to come back 100%. He never was quite on the same page with his coaching staff, and I don't think he ever got that same burst that he had in 2022. So thank you for helping us out in getting wins in that 2022 season so we could progress and win the NFC North in 23, but you know, good luck in the future. I hope you don't wind up in the NFC North. That's where I'm at with James Houston.
That's my hope, too. Go to a non-contending
don't go to
AFC
Philly.
team.
Just don't go to Philly.
Yeah, please, God, don't go to Philly. They actually like the speedier guys.
They do.
That would actually fucking suck.
Philly?
Because we're on a crash course to meet them in the NFC Conference Championship game. I would not want an angry, poopy pants James Houston. All jokes aside, though, for real, you had it on the dot, Nick. I should have started with that one. Thank you, James Houston. I feel fucking horrible for this kid. I mean, he flashed potential to be something, yeah, man. And then you had the injury last year, too.
Injury derailed his career for sure. You look at it. And like I said, it also just shows that he was a one-trick pony, not to be mean, but that's like...
You're a meanie.
You got that elite trait, and people are going to want that. Somebody's going to want that. So he's going to land on his feet in the NFL. I'm not worried about that, but... This team requires more out of you. This regime requires more out of you. They require for you to be all around, to have that versatility, and to be able to play with your hand in the dirt or to be able to stop the run. We see how good this defense is, and we always make a point about the edges setting the contain with Josh Pascal, Levi Onwuzurike, Zadarius Smith. Obviously, Aiden Hutchinson, when he was here, is fantastic at playing the run. So that is something you need to do to play defensive end on this defense. They gave him all the looks they could at Sam. Couldn't figure that one out either.
Defensive end, couldn't figure that one out either.
It's tough, but it's the way of the league. It's the way of the road, as some might say.
And in fairness to him, it's not completely on production. You also, like, it's a short week against a division opponent, and you're out. You're starting left tackle. Your return man. And your starting cornerback.
You need to grab some pieces that...
Yes. They're going to grab somebody alongside
I saw
the
Jerry Jacobs
squad.
throwing cryptid tweets up there.
Jerry Jacobs, salty ball. Somebody on this team getting reps for damn sure.
Yeah.
I have an idea who it is, but...
He said you got to stay ready to get... or don't got to get ready if you stay ready or whatever it is.
Shit, he said, "Mom, more than that." He says, "In a way, this motherfucker got a job over me."
Yeah.
He's saying stuff like that. I mean, who would you rather have?
Jerry Jacobs or Kendall Vildor is what you're asking?
I think...
That's got to be who he's talking about.
Yeah. I'm probably still thinking Kendall Vildor.
I'd probably still take Kendall Vildor, too. I mean, I don't know. Jerry
Vildor replaced him last year and played better like the rest of the season.
He did. Jerry made some nice plays. He had a few interceptions last year.
That Green Bay game was nuts.
Yeah, he almost had, 3 interceptions in that game?
Yeah. But sometimes though, like your boy
he gets burnt.
He said on the top one. I don't remember his name.
Amon-Ra?
Yeah.
Ra.
Sometimes there's types of right place, right time.
Yeah. No, he made some good plays. I think it's.
I don't see why you wouldn't
you're
give
picking
him a call.
hair at that point. You give him a call for sure.
Yeah.
See if he knows the system. He knows the coaching staff. So
I
don't think it's a big upgrade or downgrade either way.
I know our social team reported that we were trying to sign Steven Nelson, former captain of the Texans. I always want to call them Tennessee Texans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I can't ever stop myself from saying that.
Because they used to be the Texans used to be the Oilers.
Houston Oilers.
Or the Titans used to be the Oilers. I don't know. Steven
Nelson, former cornerback of the Houston Texans, he used to be their captain. He was actually a dog. I mean, that's reported out by Woodward Sports, and as you said, I don't want to take away from your comment. These motherfuckers having a mid-off.
Yeah. Andrew Jones says that's a mid-off when you're talking about Vildor and Jacobs. And it kind of...
All due respect, though.
All due respect to these guys would lock us down.
We fuck with both those guys, honestly.
They are both...
We're just reading the comments.
They're both professional athletes. We're just fat dudes with a mic.
Yeah, Ryan cut that part from the clip.
Yeah, but it's... I don't think... Like I said, I don't think either is too much of a improvement over the other one.
Isn't this crazy? Just like the cornerback, the defensive back position in football. You go out and get Carlton Davis. You go out and get Amik Robertson. You go out and get Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakestraw. And then you bring back Emmanuel Mosley. And then you're just completely depleted.
It's injuries, man. The injuries caught up. When you have 4 guys in any position group go down, not everybody can be this Lions defensive line and just keep performing at an elite level. So when you have 4 defensive backs go down, you're gonna be seeing some Kendall Vildor and some Jerry Jacobs and guys like that. So
the timing of it all sucks too. And there's a comment.
Yeah, like if this was a regular week, Carlton Davis would be playing this week.
Yeah, you'd have Sunday. And Dan Campbell said that. Like him and Dak, you'd probably see them. Raymond, it sounds like something that could lean maybe a little bit towards long term, maybe for the season. But the first opinion they got is good. They're waiting on a second opinion to
it's his foot,
figure out what's going on for sure. Yeah, something with the foot. We'll find out. But we got more Detroit Lions talk to get to. Nick Wright in the media again. Might have some smoke for him as well. But he may have a point as well with these injuries. We'll get to that. But first, tell us about Feldman.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
On game day, make sure you wake up with Woodward and Maine with Detroit sports media legend Terry Foster and rising star Matt Broder. And after that, make sure you check out the New Holland Brewing Company Lions pregame show. It's with Neil Rule and Sean Belegian. They bring you the best Lions pregame show Sunday, 10 a.m. to noon on Woodward Sports. And for the home games, make sure you check it out live at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Come get some.
Oh, we were just thinking about that time.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We thought you were fucking hyperventilating in your car.
Dude, I was geeked, man.
That's one of the best videos ever.
I mean, it's not every day you take out a terrorist.
That's true.
It's true. Welcome to World Heavyweights
Felt
Live on
very
Sports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spimo Reaction, Chris Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave
And
Nick.
not
For
like
those of you who
us.
don't know what the hell we were talking about, it was the Kendrick and Drake beef. That's
Chris
whatever.
made a video that
Yeah.
was.
We never actually played that.
We didn't play it.
Do you want to play it, or are you embarrassed by it now?
What? I didn't think it was that, but
I don't think it was that
trust you
bad.
guys' judgment.
I mean, I had no
I trust you
idea.
guys' judgment.
He didn't like. He never takes you seriously. That's why he didn't.
I mean, he is wearing a fucking hot dog.
He is wearing a fucking
And
hot dog
then
suit.
yeah, let's play it right now. And then, let's play it now. And then go to me like this and be like, all right, guys, seriously, like all jokes aside, no bullshit. Like,
All right, dude. Speaking of jokes, Nick Wright opened his fucking yapper again, talking about the Detroit Lions again.
Nick Wright opened his mouth.
And once again, because you would think a 10-1 team, you'd have good things to say. You'd think about the number 1 offense in the league, you'd have good things to say. You'd think a top 2 defense in the league, you'd have good things to say. No, because it's a fucking joke of a man, a joke of an analyst named Nicholas Wright. Put up the quote, please. What the fuck is this?
What did you say?
This is from Nick Wright on whatever fucking show he's on these days.
First things first.
Yeah.
First things first.
Is that
with
with Chris
Realist.
Broussard, where
Yeah.
you dropped the R?
Yeah, he said he's Broussarded.
He is Broussarded.
Are
you Broussarded?
Are you Broussarded? The quote from Nick Wright is, "I would just caution everyone about Detroit, but they are on one bad 8-day stretch from going from the 1 seed to the 5th seed. Things could turn on them quickly." And then, obviously, alongside that, we got the Detroit Lions' remaining schedule. The division opponent on a short week, the Chicago Bears. Division opponent, the 8-3 Green Bay Packers on a Thursday night, but you get a full week's rest for that one. And then you move on to the top of the AFC in that one, the Buffalo Bills. Then another division opponent against Chicago Bears. This one's in Chicago. Don't know what the weather's going to be like. Then San Fran. Then the Minnesota Vikings still haven't lost. Does he actually have a point here, Spinny?
No, he does not have a point here because the Lions are the best team in the NFL. Obviously, Nick Wright, if you want to say, well, be careful about this team. If they lose all their games, they're not going to be good. Like, no shit, idiot. But make it make sense. This Lions team has proven to beat teams. Doesn't matter if you're good, doesn't matter if you're bad, because check it, they have the second most wins in the NFL against teams with over 500 record. Like, this is not a team that just beats bad teams. So, yeah, if Nick Wright's point is, hey, this team won't win if they lose, then, yeah, I guess he's got a point there. But just saying that is lazy. Like, break down what you think the Bears are going to beat them, bud. Break down what makes you think the Chicago Bears will beat the Detroit Lions. Break down what makes you think the Green Bay Packers will come into Detroit and beat the Lions after we already beat them at home. I don't know what he wants me to say to this. Like I said, yeah. Oh, look out, bud. If the Eagles lose 4 straight games, they're not going to be as good anymore. No shit, idiot. Like, that's what happens when you lose games.
That is fair, but I guess in the context of these injuries that we're dealing with right now, we don't know how long until they're going to be readily available. Obviously, Dan Campbell did mention, I think it was Carlton Davis specifically, like if it's a regular week, this guy probably goes. But this isn't that same team with these guys missing. I think there is a little bit of a conversation to be had. The Bears, we're going to beat the Bears. I think it'll be tough. I don't think it's going to be an easy game at all. I think Green Bay, that's going to be a tough one. I obviously think Buffalo's going to be a tough one. Then at Chicago, depending on the weather, actually depending on how this first Chicago game goes, we can have a conversation about that. But San Fran, Minnesota, I mean, it is a tougher schedule than when we looked at the Eagles yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tougher schedule, but we're a better team. And, like, say what you want about the injuries. You guys, Nick Wright, you know we've been doing this without the MVP of the NFL and Aiden Hutchinson so far for the last 7 weeks. You know, we haven't been doing this with 4 guys who are supposed to be rotational pieces on our defensive line. Like, yeah. What are we doing here, man? I just – this is such a lazy take to me. Like, if this team loses, then they won't be in first place. Yeah. That's what happens. But if they win, they will. I don't know how he wants people to respond to
he's just pussyfooting around saying he doesn't think the Detroit Lions will survive.
Say what you want.
The rest of that schedule.
I think you're stupid. And you
He's
picked the
definitely
Bears
stupid.
to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's the dumbest fucking shit that I couldn't believe. Like when I saw someone post that underneath the Jared Goff comments he made last week, I was like, there's no fucking way that's like real.
No, it's nothing they do. Is the only like real, I believe, from big media
NFL Live.
is I believe NFL Live.
Yeah.
I believe athletes Like when the former athletes are up there,
Yeah.
and I believe Pat McAfee. Well, I guess he's a former athlete technically, but I believe the McAfee show because they're just real and they just talk shit.
Yeah.
I believe NFL Live because they sit there and they analyze things on why they believe it. I believe
Correct.
professional athletes because they're never going to talk choppy about somebody unless they actually believe it.
Yeah.
Guys like Nick Wright are just literally there to get
Talk
clicks.
shit. Yeah. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be, and I'm 100% with you on this one, that there's any type of analyst behind it. Because I think there could be a case be made, but you didn't make that case.
Mm-hmm.
And you just said this directly after the week that they proved you wrong again with the Jared Goff stuff.
And excluding PTI. They're the OGs. Love PTI. It's on right now. So
And they're just talking shit. They're just shopping shit.
yeah.
Speaking of talking shit, we got another Nick in our building who'd like to talk some shit to the Nick in their building.
Okay, so the Lions have a tough schedule coming up, right?
Correct,
we can all
yeah.
agree on that. So Nick Wright is saying, oh, so the Lions can't go through a tough part of their schedule? A tough part of their schedule, like playing at the division-leading Texans. Part of their schedule, like beating the Seahawks, who now lead that division. Going to Arizona, kicking ass in Arizona.
Talk to him,
Going
Nick.
to at Green Bay and
Talk to
beating the
him, Nick.
Packers in Lambeau. Going to Minnesota and beating the Vikings.
Talk to him, Nick.
Is that what we're talking about, Nick Wright? The tough part of their schedule? Yeah, because they beat tough teams all the damn time. Just because they kick the living shit out of the bad teams doesn't mean you can take away that they've beaten the good ones and they've beaten them handily. Yeah, the Nick Wright just getting up on his goddamn high horse, probably just hating the Lions again.
Yeah.
Because he's all about them cheese.
Because he needs something to do. He needs something to be relevant. I get it. It's boring. It's tired to come in here every week and say
They're
the
the best
Detroit
team in the
Lions
league.
are the best team in the NFL. It's really hard for me to see them losing a game when you look at them going to a first-place team on the road and their quarterback throwing 5 interceptions and them still winning. It's kind of hard for me to paint a tougher picture for them in a game. So yeah, I get it. That's boring to do. But when you got to do it, you got to do it. You can't just go, oh, but what if they lose? What if they lose? Well, why? Give me a reason why you think they would. Because Carlton Davis is out and we're playing a rookie quarterback. Aaron Glenn is going to make Caleb Williams' life hell on Thursday.
You better.
He's going to.
You got a rookie quarterback. That's what you're supposed to do. Mm-hmm. The one thing, if I'm betting, definitely taking his rushing yards. Did a little bit of homework today. The offense does look different. I think it'll be a close game, a tough game. It's what the Chicago Bears have been for us historically. We have the injuries on top of that too. But I need that just for this Nick Wright comment.
I need that.
Just because he went and said this fucking Chicago Bear team
That's sloppy.
was going to represent the NFC in the freaking Super Bowl. I mean, that's ridiculous. A rookie quarter. I get the way it looked out in the offseason. I think you and I, Nick, we thought the Chicago Bears were going to win like 9 games, maybe even make a playoff berth.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl, though, was beyond like that. That's
ridiculous.
That exposed your hand right then and there before the season even started. You are in this for clicks because there's nobody in their fucking right mind picking a rookie quarterback. I don't care how good he is previously in his collegiate career to make the freaking Super Bowl at the professional NFL level.
Yeah, it's just, he's dick sucking to suck dick, I guess. Maybe he's a Chicago guy. Maybe
he's so much
Chicago's
of a Patrick
big
Mahomes
market.
dick sucker that the mini replica or next of him,
Flannel?
He wanted to hurry up and jump on that dick before anybody else could.
Oh, Caleb Williams?
Yeah, Nick Wright's a big fucking Patty Mahomes guy.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Yeah, he's a fucking. So the closest thing that resembled him entered the league. He wanted to make sure to fucking get his hands on that sack too.
Yeah, it's, maybe Nick Wright paints his nails.
Nick Wright looks like a penis.
He does kind of look like a penis. He kind of looks like
with hair.
kind of looks like the lady from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, I don't know her name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
The evil
Scary
one.
looking one. Yeah,
the one that
skinny bitch.
the one that makes the poison for Cusco.
Yeah.
Cusco's poison. The poison to kill Cusco.
Stop saying it. We get it. Yes.
Yeah,
like he looks like the bottom of a dick.
He does look like
Saying like
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sup, dickhead?
Dickhead.
Dickhead.
Yeah, I think Nick Wright's a fucking
dickhead. Esma?
I don't know.
Yzma?
Folga. Yes, Yzma.
Yzma.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of looks like her. He gives me vibes of her.
Yeah.
Pull the leather crunk!
Okay. All right. Here I go.
The poison for Cusco.
Pull on the left.
Cusco's poison. The poison to kill Cusco.
I've actually never watched that movie all the way through.
Really?
Not a single time.
Oh, dude, that's a great movie.
I remember they had a show on Disney
They
Channel.
did
for
have a
bit.
show.
I watched it at my grandma's house.
That's a good show.
Well, I didn't watch it, but I knew it was a thing.
Yeah, the movie's that's a great movie. You should
I was
watch it.
locked
It's
in
very
for
he's like
Lizzie
Deadpool.
McGuire. That was my
Dude,
girl.
Lizzie McGuire has been hot my whole life.
My whole life.
Yes.
Miranda
You know
was
what?
actually kinda hot too.
Let me hit that.
Miranda McGuire?
No. Her best friend. Wasn't her best friend's name?
I don't know the.
Dude, I never forget when she kissed Gordo in the movie. Bro, I was fucking pissed.
Let the rain come down.
Oh, dude, I was Cuba Gooding Jr. swinging in the air.
Hilary Duff.
How could she kiss
When
this
she
fucking
what?
nerd? And the Lizzie McGuire movie, she kisses Gordo.
Oh yeah, aren't they in like Paris or something?
Yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was heated.
Yeah, Lizzie McGuire's hot. She's still hot. She's
hot.
even hot. Like she's
even hotter. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's got a dump truck on her too.
yeah.
Heavies too.
Absolutely.
Total
And
MILF.
she's beautiful.
Yeah, total MILF.
Love Lizzie McGuire.
She definitely beat the
Shout out.
the child star allegation.
She really did.
Yeah,
Was she married a hockey player?
I think
Pretty sure
so.
she married an NHLer.
I think so.
An NHLer. It's funny.
That's fun to say.
NHLer, yeah.
But anyway, all right, Cartier. That's the worst take you've ever had.
That's a terrible take. She's
That's
definitely more than
we
mid.
should put him in timeout.
I will mute him immediately.
All right, let's take a break, recoup ourselves from the fucking stench of Nick Wright.
Yeah, and
Talk some more Detroit Lions.
The lust of Lizzie McGuire.
Lust of Lizzie McGuire.
Let's talk Detroit Lions. We're coming back. But first, let me tell you about Dr. Pierce. Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights of Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy and Thursdays during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that D-Mac trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Maine, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and WoodwardSports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
All right, the best bar, hands down, in Detroit is called Second Best Bar. Been there many times. Best chicken sandwich, best drinks in town, best vibes. And join us, because that's where we host the pregame show, located at 42 Watson Street for the ultimate fan experience. Enjoy some smooth Tullamore Dew Irish whiskey while catching the Woodward Sports pregame show. Only at Second Best Bar in Detroit. Come get some.
Chris, you wild for that.
Chris, you are wild for that. Man puts on a hot dog suit.
Don't know how to act.
He starts smoking.
Don't know how to act.
You started caressing himself and moaning in the hot dog suit.
Hillary Banks. Hillary Banks sounds familiar.
Hillary Banks, too.
What's Hillary Banks from?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Fucking
she
beautiful.
was gorgeous.
Her and Topanga, probably one.
Topanga had the DSLs, boy.
Ashley Banks actually grew up fine.
Yeah.
As well. Topanga's still #1 though.
Hillary was fire.
Hillary.
Yeah, I was a Sandy Cheeks guy myself.
I feel like this is a safe space to say that.
Yeah. You know.
I don't know. All right. Yeah. You guys should make that top 5. Top 5 like TV show crushes.
Yeah, TV show crushes. That's a good. I think we did something like that.
What was?
I don't know. The blue Porsche from Cars. She's
What's
fine.
the girl?
She was fine.
Check that oil.
Fran from The Nanny or whatever. I know she was
The
fine.
Nanny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
What?
The Nanny.
Yeah.
You ever seen The Nanny?
Nope.
Who got oh my God! Or like
Mr. Sheffield.
Mr. Sheffield. Like always talks like that. Had the big ass hair. Crazy fist. The best fits in television history. She always came through dripping.
Wasn't she on?
She was fine, dude.
Yeah, she was gorgeous.
She was on Frasier too, wasn't she?
Yeah.
From where?
This really old show that used to be on like CW50 when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I had no cable, you know what I'm saying? Shout
Yeah,
out. Shout out.
I thought you meant
the mom
like
from
here
George Lopez,
Frasier. I was
Angie
like,
from
this
George
is-
Lopez.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Shane
Angie.
Daniels said Carmen from Angie.
No,
dude.
Angie, dog. How could you ever?
The mom from Proud Family.
Yeah.
She
You know
was
what?
fine.
Let me hit that.
Thick.
Yes, thick.
Thick.
How about you guys remember Topanga?
Yeah,
Not
Topanga.
Topanga. I'm sorry, Taina
Yes.
from Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was it.
I don't remember.
I think she was also on
a
Freaky
London
Friday.
Tipton guy too.
Oh,
and then I
London
saw her
Tipton guy.
in the Social Network. She goes in the bathroom with Mark Wahlberg, or it might be Justin Timberlake. But either way,
She taking London Bridge goes falling.
Nah.
I mean, it doesn't show anything, but
She's with a Home Alone guy.
yeah,
Macaulay.
she's
Yeah.
I think they're married.
They are. They got kids.
Good for Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
man.
he was
I
going
don't
through
know
a tough.
Couple top tier lays for Macaulay Culkin, dude.
For sure.
Michael Jackson, London Tipton.
Okay.
Oh no!
We got
The king of pop.
Come on, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Let's go.
That was a good one.
That Dave Chappelle at the king of pop.
God, Stick
How
and
was my
Soul, both
weekend?
Heidi's from Home Improvement. I don't even remember the most. They're probably fine though.
Zoe 101.
Yep. That was
Jamie Lynn
prime
Spears.
for
She
me.
literally got
Ariana
canceled
Grande
because she was
started
too
on
hot.
The girl from Victorious or
Yeah,
whatever.
Victoria
Victoria
Justice?
started
Yeah.
on there, not Ariana Grande.
The show's took a turn.
Yeah.
All right, football.
Yeah, we're just being horny right now.
Yeah.
Jamie Lynn Spears is low overrated in my book.
Whoa, I don't know.
Back, I had nothing.
She was no Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Britney Spears in her
she's not
prime
Britney
was
Spears.
something
for
else.
sure.
I was a
also
big
a
Jessica
whore.
Simpson guy too.
All day.
yeah.
Prime just when they were doing
Yeah.
Dukes
Dukes
of
of
Hazzard
Hazzard,
run.
Jessica Simpson, bro. Oh man,
Tony Romo.
Tony. Yeah,
Hats off, bud.
talk about the heavies.
Yeah.
She had the original heavies.
She had the original
Outside
heavies.
like Pam Anderson.
Bitch is sitting pretty too.
Yeah,
Yo, all right.
she's still gorgeous. Like, have you seen her recently? Jessica Simpson,
I'm looking her up
surprisingly, has aged very well.
now. Why surprisingly?
White women don't typically age
fair.
too well.
Like milk.
That's fair.
Yeah,
She's a little bigger. She's still beautiful.
yeah.
I don't know which one of these is a recent, to be honest with you. No, but Nadia from American Pie. I'll never forget.
Oh, yeah.
I was like 12.
She's one of the baddest of all time.
Oh,
Pro.
She's in a
Gotta be.
you think they're real?
scary movie too. Oh yeah.
Those are real?
I mean,
I have to read.
you know what's it's probably the best set of big naturals
Oh my!
on a television show.
Welcome to the heavyweights.
Alexandria Daddario in True Detective season 1. She bangs Woody Harrelson in an apartment. She goes full frontal, full ass out. Big naturals, dude. It's a perfect set of tits. Like a perfect set of tits.
I can tell that was a moment for you because you described it like.
Oh yeah.
Vividly.
I mean, that's
A lot of adjectives in there.
Arguably the greatest season of television ever, and they play a role for sure. It's a great set of tits.
They serve their part. Oh, a couple Betty Whites in there.
I would have knocked down Betty White too. All
I want
right,
to see Prime Betty White.
Prime Betty White was prime. I would have knocked down
Let's
out of
see.
Prime Betty White,
Like when would have been her prime?
like the 50s.
Oh my god.
In her younger years. That's what I'll type it in.
Her 50s or the 50s?
Oh yeah, she could have got it. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Can you see that?
Oh yeah, she looks.
Dude, she's
she was
gorgeous.
a pinup for some World War II soldier for sure.
for sure.
Send that
Yeah,
picture to Chris. That
Lord.
was definitely in a World War II soldier's fucking bum.
Someone was writing their postcards.
Yeah, oh,
Someone was
yeah.
writing their fucking letters.
She was in the fucking helmet of one of those World War II guys for
Yeah.
sure.
I gotta make
Jessica
it back to
Biel.
Betty.
Oh, Jessica Biel and Chuck and Larry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
When she comes out of the shower.
Oh yeah. Oh, so fun.
You know what?
So I remember, like, I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Martha
sports.
Milker Stewart says Detroit City. Mr. Detroit.
Snoop definitely hit.
To this day, I'd knock down Martha Stewart.
There you go.
I know. I'm getting it now.
1,000%. I'd tear Martha Stewart up.
Just for the lay, or just like
No, she's hot, dude.
You're attracted to Martha Stewart.
I'm attracted to Martha Stewart. She's
no way you're attracted to Martha.
she is.
Well, why?
She's hot.
There's no way you think Martha Stewart's hot.
I do. I'm attracted to Martha Stewart.
You're attracted to her money.
I'm attracted to her.
There's not a chance.
Like, you don't really
If
love
Martha
her.
Stewart walked up to me on the street right now and was flirting with me, I'd knock her down.
She looks like an average-ass white lady.
She's got something. She's got that unspeakable thing
That
that makes her
aura.
a star. She probably got that gawk on her too, boy.
Let me see.
All right. So this is Prime Betty White.
Yeah, tell me this isn't a pinup on some.
For sure
wow.
was.
Oh, dude, that's in so many lockets.
Very pretty. That is like the stereotypical picture of like you're
Yeah.
watching a World War II movie. I've got my sweetie back
Yeah.
home.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna marry this girl.
Look up Martha Stewart younger years.
Prime Martha Stewart.
She was
Oh,
actually
Martha Stewart's
fucking
Send something
way
to me.
better than Betty White. Yo,
Send it to
what?
Chris.
What
That's
I
a
did not
wild
know this
reaction.
version of her existed.
Yeah, send it to Chris. I don't even want to see
Send it to me
I
for
want
the
my live
show, for the
reaction.
show.
I don't even know
For
which
the
one
show.
to use.
Any of them. But
I don't know which one to use.
while you're doing that,
And the
Nicholas
cooking
Duncan.
skills is a thing too. Yeah, she
True.
can cook dinner for you. She
Oh,
can make
dude.
you a little gift basket to send you go if
she
you do
was
the
an
job
actual, like,
right.
model.
What'd she go to
before-
jail for? Wasn't it like scamming
Tax
or some
evasion.
shit? Tax evasion?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No,
it's
she was insider trading.
Oh, insider trading.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Even
She's
cooler.
a bag chaser too?
Bag
Sign me
chaser.
up.
I don't know which one to
Sophia
use.
Vergara, Heidi Klum. Yeah, these are
Yeah, those are
Those are obvious.
We start with TV shows. now.
Betty White or Mrs. Met, said John effing Lord. Ah, Mrs. Met's
Mrs.
thick,
Met,
dude.
thick.
She's,
Yeah, dude.
Like, it probably all feels good.
yeah.
You got a lot to grab onto.
That noggin probably off this world too. She's
Yeah.
probably got some top tier.
Taking
Top.
it a bit far, but, you know, yeah.
Emma Watson or Emma Stone?
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson any day of the week.
I was a big Harry Potter guy, so I agree. Hermione, shout out.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, I got
rewatching
to mix
those
up Emma
now.
Watson for
Emma
goddamn
Watson
sure.
for sure.
Because
dude.
Emma Stone's like Easy A, right?
Yeah. Emma
Yeah.
Stone's very attractive too,
Yeah.
but Emma Watson is.
No.
And she's got the accent. She's got the British accent.
Emma Stone's like her personality is attractive.
Yeah.
She don't hold a candle to Emma Watson.
Emma Watson, yeah.
Shout out her and This Is the End. Hermione
I really don't know
comes
which
in.
which picture to use. too.
Yeah, that's a
Gold.
great scene, dude.
They're
Did
all-
you send them? Send them both.
All right, so
Nat-
Okay, got
Prime
whoa.
Natalie Portman.
This
Every
is
single
Martha?
man in this room, except for Easy, because he didn't watch Star Wars for some reason. Prime Natalie Portman.
still fine.
In Revenge of the Clones, dude. Oh, or Attack of the Clones. She is.
Is that Padme?
So fine, yeah, dude.
Okay, I
When
don't
she's wearing the
remember.
white,
No, Emma Stone she's not that attractive. Like,
Dog,
she's.
this is Martha's. Does he
I'm
look
not
like,
like
I
shaming.
understand why Anakin
Catherine
wanted to
Zeta-Jones.
destroy the fucking
world.
universe because Prime Natalie Portman was different.
What did this show just turn into?
Catherine Zeta-Jones is hot. Lucy Liu, fine.
Oh, Lucy
Fine.
Liu.
All right, easy. It
Little
only let me
10-year-old
save the
me.
one.
Little ting.
Oh, man.
The other one didn't come up as a.
That's all right. Just grab whatever one
yeah.
you could.
Here we go. This doesn't even look
Shout out
like
Gun
her.
Guy, take your pants off.
I just didn't know this version of her
That's
existed.
Martha Stewart?
Yeah.
That doesn't even
No
look like her.
fucking way.
Unless
dude.
there's another Martha
I'd
Stewart.
crack Martha Stewart so fast.
That's crazy.
There is
bro.
no way.
Like a glow stick. Snap.
Like a glow stick, I'm cracking that back.
like a
dog.
glow stick. I'd be making Chris Glizzy suit noises.
That's legit Martha Stewart?
That's what type of Martha Stewart younger years. That's what pops up.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah. Martha.
I knew it was something there.
That's
I knew
crazy,
it.
man.
That's just my fucking animal instinct. Knowing she was fine. Like, I know it's under there. Dude, I'd marry Martha
So she
Stewart.
for sure got Epstein
Okay,
into
get
like
in
what she's
trouble.
doing. How do you go from model to like a cooking show? Yeah, she was like a mom.
I mean, she's a
mom.
bag getter, dude. She knows
Yeah.
what the fucking bag's at.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, we spent the whole segment
Did you-
talking about
Banging old ladies.
old ladies.
Did you guys see Blue Lantern? LOL, YouTube AI just summarized the chat saying they're talking about celebrity crushes.
Hell
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
That's awesome. Someone
Raquel
screenshot
Welch is a good one.
that. Don't know who that is.
She was from Charmed, I believe.
Oh, all the Charmies can get it.
All the Charmed girls could get it.
All of them get it.
I used to watch Charmed a lot.
oh, dude.
And Angel. Did you ever watch Angel?
You look like you did.
Dude, show's fun.
No, all right. Before we go to break, my final point. The Rihanna SOS video. When I was like 12 years old, before like middle school.
Yeah.
MTV, when they still played music videos in the morning.
Stand your little pecker up.
Oh, dude. Oh, bro.
Oh, man.
I thought I was going to faint. I was
Rihanna,
like, this is-
Rihanna music videos, Beyonce music videos. Used to do the job for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
very talented artist.
When we get back, who are the 2024 Bears?
Yeah. I mean, Caleb Williams probably listened to a lot of Rihanna and Beyonce, so we can tie that to him. But
For sure.
We're going to go to break, and we'll come back, and we're going to talk about that. But first, let me tell you where you can get your haircut. Because Lady Jane's is offering $20 haircut specials. Not just a haircut, it comes with a hot leather neck shave, hot towel treatment, and a scalp massage. Where else are you going to get a haircut for $20? Lady Jane's, that's where. Scan that QR code in the corner and you'll get your coupon today. Get one of these haircuts from one of our lovely, talented stylists. Lady Jane's walk-ins are always welcome, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Watch party and post-game show, normally live from Hey Social, but this week they're going to be in studio. We're going to let you guys, you animals, hang out with your families. But next week for the Lions game, come join us at Hey Social for the watch party and the post-game show presented by New Holland Brewing Company, Sabbath Coffee Roasters, Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza, and 1800 Tequila. Making good. Oh, man.
Yo. So hold on. Let me, because the rest of you guys that are still here in the chat right now, survivors, all right?
I mean,
you guys are high-valued men, disciplined men. The other 40 guys that just disappeared out of the chat are probably out there jerking it.
Yeah.
After we brought all the oldies there.
Mm-hmm.
That someone
picture
who
of
was
Martha
just
Stewart
in this
is
chat
crazy.
10 minutes ago that you all of a sudden disappeared, when they come back, make sure to call them out.
Yeah, when they say
we know
what
exactly where you motherfuckers went.
Hey, the people in the comments that come back to YouTube and say what I missed, just know.
We know.
Yeah.
We know you nasty
Megan
motherfuckers.
Good is a god. Yeah, Megan
Good's a
so
goddess.
fine, dude.
Oh.
And I was always an
Megan
Angela
Fox,
Bassett. I was always an Angela Bassett guy myself too.
Angela Bassett, yeah.
She's
Megan
a
Fox,
beautiful woman.
Cousin Keys says Easy's hot for Queen Latifah. I'd smash.
I'd crack Queen
yeah,
Latifah.
absolutely.
Sure. She was curved up. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Queen Latifah had curves.
Mm-hmm. And she's the equalizer.
I got watch.
Dude, my favorite thing. And when that show first got announced on Twitter, someone quote tweeted it and said, "Who the fuck Queen Latifah's big ass gonna equalize?"
That's
all
crazy.
right, one last one. I'm getting to it. All right.
Oh, that shit's great.
DNC, ENT, ain't no ID. I don't care. There's no shame in wanting to smash Miley Cyrus.
No.
She's there too.
She's a freak.
Shout out to all you guys. Hey, if you guys
Crash
aren't
out Miley though. I'm
away
cool.
from the stream jerking it, make sure to let us know in the chat. Unless you're driving, be safe. All right, Spinny.
Yeah.
Who are the 2024 Bears? I asked that because you've been kind of dismissive of them, at least this matchup. Who are, like you said they're worse than the Colts? I think I heard they come out.
I think they're right about there. I would say that, yeah, maybe.
I think they're better.
They play 10 times, it'd be a 5-5 game. I think they're I think the Colts are better coached. I think they have a better offensive line. Obviously, we know the Chicago Bears' strength is their defense. When you look at some of the guys they got on that defensive line, obviously they got a very good linebacker core, and Jalen Johnson's a stud. But the Bears they're not a bad team. Like, they're not the Panthers or the Jaguars even, but they're not a good team. I would say they're pretty comparable to the Colts when you look at skill level.
I think they're better. I think, again, I still think the Detroit Lions win, and I'll get to the reason why. But I'm just looking at the games that they've played. I'm not saying they're great or good or anything like that, but just as of recently, even before the firing of Shane Waldron, There was the Hail Mary loss that they had against the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
They did get their asses kicked by both the Cardinals and Patriots.
The Will Levis Tennessee Titans almost beat them.
Yes. Shane Waldron gets fired. Actually, I got some numbers for you on that one too. Shane Waldron, I think they're a good team. They have a lot of good players. Maybe even some great players. I think Keenan Allen went into that conversation. Obviously, QB 1 of 1, and then Caleb Williams, he was taken number 1 overall for a reason.
LGBT QB1.
I think Shane Waldron was just trying to do too much with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at like some of the numbers from Caleb Williams under Shane Waldron: 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, only 60% completion. Immediately following his firing, Thomas Brown takes over, 71% completion. And against 2 playoff teams, the Green Bay Packers, division opponents as well, and the Vikings, and 2 touchdowns, no receptions. The other thing, too, he's starting to allow them to run a little bit more. He only averaged 26 yards under Shane Waldron rushing. Under Thomas Brown, 51 yards. Mm-hmm. And they're just making shit a lot more simple, too. Like, when I look back at some of the tape, a lot of screens.
Yeah.
Fuck ton of screens to DJ Moore. I think what they're doing is, like, just get the ball in the hands of the guys that make plays. And then I also just look at the way they lost these games. The Minnesota Vikings, that was an overtime situation. They could have easily won that game. The Green Bay Packers, that one, I'd blame on coaching, to be honest with you. And they didn't even really try to move up the yardage anymore. And they went to go kick a 47-yard field goal on the outside shitty Soldier Field turf. Mm-hmm. Not going to do you any favors. And that actually could have been a penalty called and a block kick too. But those two, like, very, very close games. I think they're better than what we're making them out to be. I think that defense in recent years has given us problems. And I think that's why, on top of the injuries for the Detroit Lions, it's going to be a tougher game than a lot of people
When
think.
you say what we're making them out to be, what are we making them out to be?
So some of the interactions that I've had, I feel like you were in there too a little bit yesterday, but I've actually have a bet out there right now for a plus 21 spread against.
You bet against the Lions?
Wow. No, the spread 21. It was 21. This kid said the Lions were winning by 21. I said, okay, I'll take the spread. Still got the Lions winning, by the way.
Even odds?
Yeah, $20.
That's a good bet.
Yeah, right.
You're getting 11 free points.
So I've been coming across some of that on Twitter because I put out the tweet. I said, as Dan Campbell quoted him talking about the injuries, it says it's going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to be that.
I don't think it's going to be a dogfight. I think it's going to be similar to what we saw in the Colts game. I think we're going to handle them. They're going to have some chances here and there, but like I said, this is not a good team. They're not a good team, flat out. They're not bad. They're not a terrible team. They're not, like I said, the Panthers or the Jaguars.
They're better than the Colts.
They're not good. I think they're pretty much on the same level as the Colts.
I'd say they're better. I think they have the for sure better defense. And I'd also point to the fact that they get the wide receiver weapons alone too. Now they're finally using them correctly, not trying to overdo it. And honestly, Caleb Williams, Anthony Richardson, who would you rather have?
In one game right now,
Just
Anthony Richardson.
Building a franchise.
Well, we're not building a franchise. We're playing them on Thursday.
Who would you rather have?
Caleb Williams has more potential. Anthony Richardson is a better player right now.
I don't even know about that.
I do.
Actually, I would tell you no, he's not.
Based on what?
Caleb Williams is a better thrower of the football by far.
He makes stupid decisions. Also, he just threw his first touchdown in a month and a half. That was the first. Last week was the first time he threw a touchdown in a month and a half.
That's fine. They fired Shane Waldron. Shane Waldron is fucking terrible. Obviously, 61% completion percentage on Shane Waldron. These past 2 games against playoff teams, there's 71% completion.
Yeah,
on average.
We'll see. I'm just not worried about the Colts. I'm not scared. I'm not worried about the Bears. I'm not scared of the Bears. They're not a good team. They've proven that they're not a good team in multiple different aspects. But like I said, they're not bad. They're not bottom of the barrel. They're mid, and we are good. We're going to beat them.
And I can't even call him a worse decision maker than Anthony Richardson because he only has 5 interceptions in the season. I think Anthony Richardson maybe have more than that. He played less games because he got benched for playing
Anthony Richardson is a harder player to game plan for. We saw that happen. If Caleb Williams takes the same hits that Anthony Richardson took in that game against the Detroit Lions, he won't play the second half.
I don't think he play that same style of game because Caleb Williams is a better thrower of the football.
And I'm not worried. If you force Caleb Williams, if Caleb Williams has to throw the ball, if this game relies on Caleb Williams throwing the ball, I'm extremely comfortable in the Lions winning that.
Without our secondary?
Yes.
That's my point too. Like, I believe in the offensive line. Like, I think this Lions defensive line is going to get a lot of pressure on Caleb Williams. And every time I've watched them, now granted, I'm not saying I've watched every snap, but I've watched them a couple games, and every single time when Caleb Williams is faced with pressure, he does not handle it well, and that's fine. He's a rookie. That's expected. That's fair. But I think the Lions are going to be able to get that pressure to fluster him. They're going to stop the run game. You know that. That's their MO. That's their bread and butter. And if he gets there, he's passing. He's making bad decisions. So I see it as a similar level as the Colts. You could maybe argue more. You could maybe argue that they have a higher upside. But I from what I've seen, as lackluster as Anthony Richardson has looked with the ball and under pressure, Caleb Williams has looked worse to me.
That's crazy. Anthony Richardson has 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in less games.
I'm specifically talking about the under pressure
9 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. I'm sorry, he has 11 touchdowns and 5 interceptions.
I'm specifically talking about the pressure part,
I mean,
though.
yeah, he's a little bit better throwing the ball, but like I said,
Anthony Richardson
brings an entirely different element to the game that you're kind of throwing away.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing away. I mean, you just said the potential-wise because you know the truth of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
potential-wise, he is. But like I said, if I needed to pick one of these guys right now, I would pick Anthony Richardson.
That's wild to me. Anthony Richardson's like.
So if you need to win the game right now today, you're taking
I'd take Caleb
Williams.
Williams over Anthony Richardson.
I'm not.
All day. All fucking day.
They've probably started the same amount of games, to be honest. And I think if you put the Bears in that division, they might be leading that division the way the Texans have been playing this year. So
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you that Caleb Williams has been looking better, but I don't think Caleb Williams can go into number 1 in the whole NFL, Detroit Lions home, and take it over.
Correct.
I don't believe Caleb
Absolutely
Williams
not.
is that guy at all, flat
Correct.
out. The fact is, the Bears almost beat you twice last year.
Yes.
There is not a chance in hell that Dan Campbell does not have this team, and whatever practice player wants to step up and play cornerback, they will be ready to roll against the Bears on Thanksgiving.
Like,
they got embarrassed last year, let's not forget that, by the goddamn Packers. That was the worst loss of the season because it was at home. That Ravens one sucked as well, but we will be ready for the Bears. Like, we snuck out that victory at home last year. It's not going to be sneaking out a victory this year. They will win by at least a touchdown at home.
And like you said, they lost to the Vikings and the Packers. Those were close games, though. But they
Yes.
also lost to the Patriots and the Cardinals and the Colts. But they beat teams like the Jaguars and the Panthers.
Yeah.
So they're right in the middle. They're not a bad team. They're not a good team. They're right in the middle there. And you need to be a great team to come into Detroit and beat the Lions. A rookie quarterback is not going to come in here.
This conversation isn't about they're going to beat the Detroit Lions. I'm just unveiling what type of team this is. I think they're better than a lot of people are saying they are.
I'm looking at them from the perspective of this game on Thursday, and can they beat the Lions? And no, I don't think they can.
Yeah, I was looking at the perspective of what was on the sheet. So, who are the 2024 Bears?
The Bears are a team that's going to lose to the Lions.
The argument I would make to like the teams they have lost to, because those do exist, the difference between these offensive coordinators have been night and day. I mean, at one point, you already know the stuff we were talking about before. They talk about Shane Waldron. We talk about JSN. Like, is this thing live? Are we?
Yeah.
Like, he was a bad offensive coordinator.
I mean,
I think he looks. The team looks completely different without him.
They put up 24 on the Rams, 36 on the Panthers, 35 on the Jaguars.
Bad teams.
Bad teams for sure,
Yeah.
but they were putting up points.
The only teams they had success against until this offensive coordinator change.
Yeah, I mean.
And then the two teams that had success against the pass with with Thomas Brown, offense coordinator, Vikings, which where you want to rank them defensively, I'd probably say top 10.
Against the Packers, Caleb Williams was 23 of 31 for 231 yards and 0 touchdowns. So 0 hits too, but it's not like he was amazing out there. He looked good against the Vikings. He made some good throws.
Yeah.
You try to make those throws he was making.
Throws against the Vikings.
You try to make those throws that he was making against the Vikings, against the Lions, and they're going to get picked off. You go rolling to your right, throwing deep down the field across your body against Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, and you're not going to come.
Can I say something about that
throw? You're going to get picked off.
And I get it, different. Like this is his era of football, like where you can do those things. That safety coming down. If that was like the football that I watched growing up, but I can't believe I'm even old enough to say these things.
Killed.
Yes. Mm-hmm. If that's 2011, even fucking Ed Reed or whoever is demolishing him. DeAndre Swift, there's no chance to hold on to that ball. I'm not. Listen, it's a nice throw, but like I'm not like deriding it the way everybody else is. Mm-hmm. At least in terms of Caleb Williams. But yeah, this argument. I mean, not so much about Caleb Williams in general, too. Just the team, the Bears. I think they're better than a lot of Lions fans.
I think
give
they're
them credit
mid.
For.
I think they're mid.
Do you think they're better than their record?
Yes, they're better than their record.
I mean, not really. Because you've got games that they won that they should have lost, and you've got games that they lost that they should have won.
What game did they win that they should have lost?
The Titans game.
Okay, that's one.
And what game did they lose that they should have won?
They lost like 3 of them.
The Packers, probably.
The Commanders, Packers, and you could arguably say the Vikings, but although they got a kind of a Hail Mary onside return in that one, so
yeah,
that could go either way.
So, no, I think they're right around what their record is. They're mid, and that's what happens.
They're definitely mid.
When you have
They're
a rookie,
mid. There's not bad.
When you have a rookie quarterback and a bad coach, you're not going to win a lot of close games.
Yeah. I'm fucking glad they kept that clown, Matt Eberflus. All due respect. I mean, maybe if he comes here, become a defense coordinator if AG takes over his job, but he is not a great head coach by any means. It's insane they allowed him to keep that job when he had an offensive weapon coming in, Caleb Williams. I would have grabbed an offensive guy.
It's fair.
Got a couple more Caleb Williams questions in the chamber.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. We'll do the NFC North heavyweight huddle. But first, tell us about 1800, Chris.
1800 tequila. Let me tell you about it. The smoothest tequila in the game, and proud partner of your Detroit Lions and Woodward Sports as they team up for the live Lions watch parties at Haves Social. Every single Lions game in Shelby Township. Make sure you are pulling up if you are in the area or watching the stream via YouTube and watch these Lions get these glorious victories and stack them up. And speaking of glorious, get this 1800 tequila bottle, custom made with the Lions on it. Looks great, tastes great. It's the best tasting tequila in the game. When you're drinking it, please, as always, drink responsibly.
Can't get enough Lions coverage? Make sure you catch all Woodward sports shows every game day. Wake up with Woodward and Main, giving you the latest insight into the Lions locker room and press conferences. Then join the Lions pregame show, highlighting key matchups, injuries, and what to watch for during the game. Follow all the ups and downs of the live game action with our Woodward Watch Party live on YouTube and woodwardsports.com. After the game, check out the instant fan and host reactions with the Lions postgame show. Every game, it's wall-to-wall, kneecap-biting, high-fiving, chest-pumping Lions coverage.
Hell yeah!
Only at Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
We already told you guys Soroki's taking over Michigan. How about you check out the new Fenton and Heartland locations today? Don't miss out on the grand opening events in Fenton on December 5th and in Heartland on December 12th from 4 to 8 p.m. Enjoy exclusive giveaways and a chance to win free Soroki's for an entire year. The cheapest gas in the state. Come out and enjoy the fun, food, and unbeatable deals at Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza. Buongiorno. Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm joined by Spin More Reaction, Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. And it is time for the NFC North Heavyweight Huddle.
Let's go, boys. You guys know why people come to the heavyweights, right? And it's because you guys spit the truth. And that's where we're going to start this one off. Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones, D-Mont, rank them.
Ooh.
Josh Jacobs, D-Mont, Aaron Jones.
Yeah. Ooh, fuck, man.
Jesus, man. Martha Stewart isn't here.
Yeah, that's probably right. If you want to flip Aaron Jones, D-Mont, I wouldn't hate it, but for my bias, Josh Jacobs, D-Mont, Aaron Jones.
Oh, that's huge.
Nick?
Jaden Akins, it's a big 3 early. Need that.
Don't care.
Shout out Steven Izzo, giving people hype in the front row.
How are you ranking him, Nick?
I don't know. For what this team does, D-Mont is so valuable. I think he's a different back than Jacobs, but just straight up, based on talent, maybe Jacobs, Montgomery, then Jones.
Yeah.
So I'm going with that. All right, we're going to flip to this. I'm going to list some quarterbacks here. Which ones are you not taking over Caleb Williams? Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud, Bo Nix, Drake May, Bryce Young. Are you taking...
That I'm not taking over?
Yeah, like Caleb... Where does Caleb Williams rank?
The guys that I would take Caleb Williams over in that list you just made would be...
Long-term
or right now?
long term?
Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and Bryce Young.
Drake May.
Maybe not Jaden Daniels even. Definitely Drake May. Definitely Drake May and Bryce Young.
Really?
Yeah.
You take Bryce Young long term over?
No, I'd take Caleb over those guys.
Oh,
Over
okay.
Bryce Young and Drake May.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm taking Caleb
Maybe
Williams
Jaden
over
Daniels.
Bryce Young. I'm taking Caleb Williams over. Taking over Jaden Daniels.
Oh wow.
Honestly, the only other person I think Drake May and maybe Bo Nix, probably two I put above him.
You wouldn't? You'd take him over CJ Stroud?
CJ Stroud was on that list?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the quarterbacks from the last 2 years.
Okay, no, I'm taking Stroud.
All right, fellas. The Bears we're getting into here. Does DJ Moore play on this team next season? We saw the beef at the start of this year. Seems like they might be getting back on track, but with everything going on, does DJ Moore play on the Bears next season?
So from a lot of the Bears people that I've been able to talk to and those Deanna and I've connected with, Satan Waldron was the cancer in that locker room. Like a lot of people disliked him in terms of the offensive side of the ball. I think DJ Moore will be here next year. I think he had his little fit before the trade deadline, or was it after the deadline? When he walked off the field.
right after.
I think it was right after.
It was right after. And I know the Bears people are saying that was because of an ankle injury. Whatever. I'm not here to say, but like they did pay him a big contract. You gotta give him at least one more year.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a Bear next year, and that even without being confirmed that he was the problem with Shane Waldron leaving, I think that's a huge factor of him staying. So, yeah, he's going to be on this team next year.
Speaking of dysfunction in the locker room, Jalen Johnson on the Bears 5-game skid. Quote, I've been in slumps for 4-5 years in a row now. Jalen Johnson displeased with this Bears organization.
I mean,
how do you fix the Bears?
I mean, you need an offensive line and a head coach, and you need Caleb Williams to grow up. I don't want to hear him talking shit. You chose to sign there, bud. You wrote your own fucking bill, so don't talk shit about don't talk shit to your team about the media when you chose to re-sign with them.
Both him and Max Crosby. Don't bitch about losing if that's what
you're the one that signed contracts with losers.
That's on you guys, truthfully.
You wanted to win, you should have went somewhere that's better.
And the way to fix them is coaching. I think Caleb is capable of being a good quarterback maybe as soon as like this year. Again, we gave you the numbers: 11 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Like that's not horrible for a rookie quarterback. It's not as horrible as the season been made out to be. It's just Shane Waldron, I feel like, was kind of trying to overcomplicate things, like trying to do too much at times versus like just use the fucking good players you have. Don't try to distract the other teams with your good players and get the ball to Cole Kmet or DeAndre Swift. Use fucking DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, and maybe Roma Dunze. He's still a rookie, so I can't speak on him for certain. But, yeah, I think Shane Waldron was a little bit of a cousin.
I mean, you say it was the coaching there, but that video circulating of their GM trading for a 4th-round pick instead of taking Jalen Carter. Yeah, that's
Ryan
a bad
Poles
look all the way down.
GM.
Do you know who they took with that 4th-round pick?
Yeah, I saw your tweet.
Tory Taylor.
What position?
Punter out of Notre Dame. A fucking punt. You passed up on. By the way, that draft class, they went on to draft Javon Dexter in the 2nd round, defensive tackle. So you had a need for defensive tackle, but you were like, nah, give me that 4th-round pick. Fuck the generation. I mean, we said no Jalen Carter, to be fair. We're in a position to say no. We were on our projections where we were going to be. We knew we were going to be a good team. You didn't have any form of fucking nothing. Unless Jalen Carter was that much of a fucking culture killer or whatever you want to call it.
Cancer.
That was a dumbass move. And I've always been clowning Ryan Poles. I clowned the move he made to get DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Although it worked out.
Did work out.
All right, fellas. The 9-2 Vikings have been reported interested in Daniel Jones. Is he a better starting quarterback than Sam Darnold right now?
No. I think they're pretty much the same guy.
I think
Daniel Jones is a little bit better.
He's more
moving
athletic.
and with his legs, but Sam Darnold has a better arm. They're literally the same guy.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold's been in the system. He's comfortable with the receivers. No.
Justin.
If I had Justin Jefferson, I want Sam Darnold as my quarterback over Daniel Jones.
Speaking of Justin Jefferson, Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, Addison, Brian Flores calling the defense. Are the Vikings an actual threat in the NFC?
No.
Why?
Because they're frauds. Their offensive line isn't good. Their quarterback is I mean, he's playing well, but he still is Sam Darnold. So we'll see what happens when he gets into the playoffs. No, the Vikings are going to make the playoffs. Obviously, they're 9-2, and they got a pretty weak schedule going forward, but no, they're not a threat in the NFC. They'll probably lose in the first round to Washington or somebody.
I know the Minnesota Vikings are what they got. They're 9-2, right?
Yep.
A loss to us, lost to the Rams, to the Honolulu Blues Flues. But then you look at the W's I've had. I think one was the Colts, one was the Jags, and then these Bears. Those aren't great teams to build your resume around to parade that 9-2.
They beat the Niners. They beat the Chiefs or the
Early
Niners
in the
and
year.
the Texans.
Packers, right?
But that was
when they had their starting left tackle.
They had their starting left tackle.
That's not the case anymore.
Huge.
Yeah, that's huge. I think at playoff time, like you put a little pressure on Sam Darnold, he's prone to make a little bit of a mistake, and that's what we're going to get in the playoffs. It's going to be similar to that year they went there with Kirk Cousins, like 14-3.
Well, I mean, looking at a record, you got to think about coaching. Kevin O'Connell, does he deserve Coach of the Year votes?
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%. He should be in the top 5.
Yeah, Kevin O'Connell's a great coach. And I was a denier. I was a denier of that until this season. What he's doing with Sam Darnold. I saw a meme, and I get it. Like I get fuck Vikings fans for sure. But it was like Dan Campbell, Detroit Lions, like the best season ever, 10-1. And then it was like Kevin O'Connell fucking around with Sam Darnold, 9-2. Whatever. I was like, it's true.
Yeah.
And we just gotta hope that JJ McCarthy's a bust, maybe, because Kevin can cook.
Kevin O'Connell's a great coach.
Before we get into the Packers, got to throw in a couple Lions ones. Fellas, rate Zadarius Smith through his first 2 games as a Detroit Lion.
A minus. Like, honestly, A. Just straight up A.
Yeah, flat out A. 5
pressures last game. He had the half a sack they split. I think it was Malcolm or Jack Campbell, like the previous game. And he's also just been like a culture guy himself. Like it's a long, drooling season. We had our bye week in week 5.
Mm-hmm.
You need a fresh face and an energy like that to come pick you up in the middle of a season. I love it. And in the past 2 games, he's also been productive.
Yeah, he is a great locker room guy. He's great culture fit for sure, like you said. And yeah, he's been productive on the field. I'll give him an A.
Yeah, you can't complain with anything he's done. He has to be an A for everything you guys have said. Like, I love watching them on the TV and how you've seen him. Speaking to the culture point, you've seen like camera cuts to him on the sideline, always engaging with people, engaging with Aleem, engaging with Reader, engaging with everybody. So you love what he's doing for his team on and off the field. It's got to be an A.
All right, fellas, this one was intriguing. Looking ahead at this game, J-Mo is plus 1,100 for the first touchdown. It's been yelling at me like the Green Goblin. But J-Mo, 602 yards this season receiving.
Yeah.
Can he hit 1,000 yards with 6 games remaining?
Yeah,
yes.
He can hit 1,000 yards.
Will he
Yes,
hit
he will.
1,000 yards?
Yes, he's done that 609 games.
Yeah. And
so you cut that in half, like 4.5 games. We got 6 games left. Yeah, he can
he
hit 1,000
really
yards.
hasn't had that big game yet. He had the one where he had 124 yards. That's not a big game for it. That's 4 catches.
Well, to be honest with you, like 8 of those yards came off the pitch and catch.
Yeah, like imagine in a game where he gets 8 catches, how many yards he's gonna have. So, yeah, J-Mo's gonna hit 1,000.
Yeah, I think J-Mo hit 1,000 yards, and hats off to him. I don't know if it'd be possible with all the weapons in this team, but he's emerged as outside the running backs.
He's the most explosive player on the team.
And he's been consistent. Jared Goff's thrown him on 3rd down last week. Early, too. This isn't like when it's already a blowout. It was the 3rd down that we needed.
Yeah.
Needed to get those tough yards for the parlay for sure. Or for the bet.
Great catch in the Texas game, too.
Plus 1,100. What do you guys think? First touchdown?
J-Mo?
I'd do it.
Little sprinkle?
Sprinkle.
I think he could open up for a big gain early to get the Ford Field rocking. All right, fellas. Matt LaFleur doing another great job coaching. Is he a top 5 coach in the NFL?
Top 5?
Yeah.
He's borderline.
Yeah, he's there.
He'll be right up there. If you
Andy
say yes.
Reid, Dan Campbell,
Mike Tomlin, Jim Harbaugh,
yeah, he's probably gonna be in
Kevin
top 5.
O'Connell,
John Harbaugh.
Yeah,
He's in the top 10.
He's right around there. If you say he is, I'm not going to be mad at you.
Yeah.
He's proven that he's not a Rodgers merchant.
He's also this year won 2 games without Jordan Love.
Yes.
And then also won games with Jordan Love like half crippled with the knee injury.
Oh, man,
and then the groin injury he had after that. So,
but if we're just talking, so are we talking top 5 coaches or are we talking coach of the year?
Top 5 coach.
Top 5 coach. I mean, I know they're having down seasons, but I gotta throw Shanahan and McVay still in there. I still think they're good coaches. I just think they're bad situations.
So maybe not top 5, but top 10 for damn sure.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. And Speaking of that quarterback, Easy's best friend.
Quarterback.
And lover. No, I'm just kidding. My bad. All right, fellas. Jordan Love. The most overhyped, the most hyped quarterback in an offseason I've ever seen. But he's bounced back after some tough interceptions. How would you rate his season so far?
C to C minus. I think he's got so much more potential than what he's shown. I think the interceptions really got to slow itself down. I know, last time out, I think we got the numbers right here.
No pick last time against San Fran.
But still, he's better than that performance, in my opinion. I know San Fran's defense isn't like one to sneeze at, but I think Jordan Love's better than what he's been this season. I think he can be.
Yeah, I give him a C minus. You've got Josh Jacobs giving you a all-world season. We've talked about Matt LaFleur being potentially a top 5 coach, of assortment of receiving options and a decent offensive line. And you've got a guy giving you 7 interceptions. Like, defense is turning the ball over for you too. So, yeah, he could be a lot better.
Super inconsistent.
Yeah.
But he's dealt with some shit too, like injury. He didn't have a starting center that one time against us out in the rain. Remember, there's like 3 snaps that hit the ground for them that helped us out tremendously. One of them wasn't even in the red zone. So
true that. To close out that heavyweight huddle, fellas, is this the best division in football?
Yes. I think the AFC North.
I was going to say the AFC North might be.
Or even the AFC West creeping up there too. The Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs. But the Raiders are absolute dud.
When it comes down to it, would the Bears beat the Browns?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
I think that'd be a close game.
It'd be a good game.
So, one of the Norths.
You?
I'd say so. I mean, but I'm also higher on the Vikings than you guys, obviously.
And then what's your grade on J Love?
C+, because he's still winning games, and that means a lot to me.
It's fair.
It's fair.
Let's go to break. We'll come back. We're going to do some power rankings. We're going to talk some Pistons. We got a couple things that we could do.
Some MVP
power rankings possibly. But let me tell you about Caesars. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Up to $1,000 you can get back if your first bet doesn't cash. Just use code word Woodward1000 and scan that QR code above my head. And like I said, your first bet doesn't cash. You use the code word. You can get it back in bonus bets up to $1,000. Woodward Sports is Caesar Sportsbook. It's the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
New Holland Brewing Company and the taller long drink. It's a real grapefruit puree and gin-based cocktail made here in Michigan from New Holland Brewing Company. You gotta hit that, you cuck. You make sure if you want some of the best drinks in the game, just go to a Total Wine near you. New Holland and taller long drink are doing it better than anybody in the game.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, MotorSports.com. I'm boy Easy, joined by Spin More Racks, young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick. We just got dumped the Heavyweight Huddle, NFC North Edition. I do want to do this Bears stuff today. Because you know it's the holiday week. You guys might be traveling tomorrow. It's around a little bit of a bullshit show. I'm going to still talk Bears Lions.
Tomorrow's the biggest bar day of the year, too.
Shout out.
What do you think numbers doing like in the chat?
I'm down.
I think I'm...
Because people are also home.
I'm going to the bar with my boys if you guys want to come. I'm not sure. We haven't decided which one yet. Maybe Betty Jane's, maybe Illinois.
Betty Jane's. What's that?
It's over by, it's like 13 and Shaner, right by that KFC.
I'm down.
They said there's real good food there. I've never been.
I'm in, brother.
Yeah.
What must the Detroit Lions do to overcome this week's injuries against the Chicago Bears?
Be the Detroit Lions. They got to run the ball, and they got to have their playmaking safeties come up with plays. Like, if you run the ball against the Chicago Bears and you stop the run against the Chicago Bears, then they're going to be forced to have Caleb Williams throw the ball 45 times, and you're going to come down with a couple of those. So, just play your game. Don't turn the ball over, and you win, flat out.
For me, it's run the ball. I think we have a backup tackle in there, especially when that's 6 foot, 6'7"? How tall, Skip?
6'7" or 6'8".
He's a big boy.
Yes.
I think you got to run the football. You got to utilize that size versus putting him in passing situations or pass blocking situations against a guy named Montez Sweat. I think Montez Sweat is an absolute dog. I also seen a stat I wanted to read to you guys. Got to find it here. Essentially, though, it was Detroit Lions interior defensive line outmanning the Chicago Bears interior offensive line. That's been like where most of the pressure's been coming on. Ali McNeil lining up there 96.2% of the time on defensive snaps. He's generating 34 pressures on 310 pass rushes. It's tied for the second most in the NFL. The way that relates to the Bears is they've allowed 79 pressures to players aligned to the interior of the defensive line. So Ali McNeil, I think we need another big game out of him. Obviously, I think he's been asked to step up to that level in the absence of Aiden Hutchinson, but we also gave him a contract to be that type of player. So, Ali McNeil, and then, run the ball. The Chicago Bears, we pulled up the run numbers yesterday. It's nothing special. It's not what it's been. And I think passing-wise, like they're tailor-made to beat you. I'm not saying they will, but I'm saying that they've made that team to do that, and they've given us those problems these past 2 years. So, run the football, open up with play action, and fucking get after it.
Just play your game, man. I know it's boring. That's what we're going to say. But if they play their game, they're beating every single team in the NFL. So play your game and don't turn the ball over, and you win comfortably.
Yeah. I guess it's tough to say play your game when you're missing some critical pieces, at least in the offensive line.
They're still going to do what they do. They're still going to – I mean, you're missing a critical piece in the offensive line. And like I said, in the second half, when they figured out how to work that offense with Skipper in there, they went touchdown, field goal. So just run the offense like you were in the second half of that Houston game when he was out, and you'll be fine.
Nick?
Yeah, it's going to sound extremely cliche, but it's the turnovers. Let's think about last year. Where did Jared Goff have issues? Against the Chicago Bears, and he threw 5 interceptions on the season to the Chicago Bears. And on the flip side of that, Caleb's a rookie. Let's make him look like one in this one. Let's see him, kind of oversell some balls or undercut them, and let's get Brian Branch involved. If they undercut it, it's Branch. If they oversell it, it's Kirby. Let's make sure Caleb Williams knows what it feels like to play in Ford Field. Let's get after him early. Let's get the crowd going. Let's get them rattled. And then on the other side of that, Goff, get back to...
Congratulations. You just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
Hit your guys. Maybe... just wait on the deep shots early. Honestly, I'd like to see St. Brown getting going early, and then J-Mo after you get going a little bit, get comfortable in the game, and then you take the deep shot. So just don't turn the ball over early. Get in Caleb's head early. That's how you win this game by a landslide.
I think you just I agree with everything you guys are saying. It starts with the run game and stopping the run game. I think if you do those two things. But the other thing I'll add to it is kind of going off of Nick's point, just let the Yak Kings be the Yak Kings. Let your playmakers make plays. I know, Easy, you talked about being concerned about how, this Bears defense is good specifically against the Lions. What they do game plan-wise is good. But they're going to be just fine offensively because they're going to be able to get guys like J-Mo and Amon-Ra in position to make plays after the catch. Montgomery as well. We've been seeing him kind of catch you some more passes out the backfield recently. Gibbs, we all know, is explosive in between the tackles or out. So I think through your playmakers, just putting them in opportunities to succeed, they will take care of that. That is what they do, and they will do that against anybody because J-Mo's speed, Jahmyr Gibbs' speed, Monty's power, Amon-Ra's route running, those work no matter who you're going against. No matter what defense you have, those players are making those plays anytime. That's why this offense is historic. is because it's not just a good offense. It's because these guys are elite, and nobody in the game can do what they do. Nobody can defend them at that level.
Yeah, I think the cool thing about the Detroit Lions offense and why I think it's like kind of unbeatable is they're like a chameleon. Like week to week, they could take on multiple identities. How do you want it offense? Do you want to run the football and be a physical football team this week? That's why I think ultimately they win this game because they could dominate that line of scrimmage. I think on both sides of the ball, both defensively and offensively, then do that. Do you want to air it out? They could do that. Like wherever you want to take this game, we're equipped to go. And I think that's why the Detroit Lions win this football game.
And another guy making his emergence in this team is Tim Patrick. He provides another good option for Goff across the middle and in different situations. We saw him go to Tim Patrick on a lot of third downs in that game against the Colts. He filled into that Josh Reynolds role sort of in that game. And Sam Laporta also being healthy and back into this offense is huge. So I'm excited to see what they do, but I've been saying it all year. It's a how do you want it offense. They're not the best offense in the league. How do you want it? Because they can only do one or two things. They're going to go out there and do whatever they have to do to get the win.
And they're going to get that goddamn win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, it might not look as pretty as things have been.
Yeah, one of those guys that you really haven't seen, a little bit of a sophomore slump, let's be honest, but the team's 10-1. Nobody's complaining about it, is a guy in Sam Laporta. Does he need to get going for this team to ultimately, go out there and win the Super Bowl? Do you need another X factor out there? Do you think he's going to have to become a bigger part of this offense, or do you think it's just any given week anybody else is going to step up?
Any given week.
Yep.
I think he's had his moments. I think he had that big touchdown against the Texans. I'm pretty sure he had one, or at least a couple big plays against the Cardinals. It's just whatever that game's built for, whatever that game plan's tailor-made for. Is it a Sam Laporta game? Is it an Amon-Ra game? Is it a Jameson Williams game? It's just different every single week, and I think Ben Johnson's come out and been vocal about that. It's like there's too many mouths to feed. It's going to be a running back game.
Yeah,
you got two of those mouths to feed alone too. So I don't think it's
the Bears can't stop the run. Like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are going to eat in this game. Like we've saw the Lions go up against a couple pretty good run defenses the past couple weeks. Excluding the Jaguars, I mean, the Titans were a great run defense going into that game. The Colts were a decent run defense. We saw Zaire Franklin flying around making plays. Even with T.J. Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds, this is not a good run defense against the Bears, or that the Bears have. So I expect both of those guys to have big games. I expect Sonic and Knuckles to have turkey legs at the end of the day.
I'm down with that. Did you see they did a little
promo?
The CBS?
It's in downloads if you want to grab it, Chris.
Yeah, let me find it.
Oh yeah, grab that. That's gas.
Yeah.
We got to grab that. Nick, you about to say something?
I just think they're going to do it with Waymo. There's been so much national hype. There's been so much national attention. I really think they want to get Waymo that turkey leg. And plus, I said it earlier in the season, we talked about Penei Sewell getting some shine for Offensive Player of the Year early. This could be the game if they are up 10 points or so. Maybe they bring back that little
hook and ladder
to the right tackle.
I would love to see it.
Tackle.
I don't know if you're going to do that in a game where your other tackle is already out.
That was the other thing.
Might be a little risky, but I would love to see them get Penei Sewell the ball in his hands. Fucking Jalen Johnson is going to be crying about something else if he has Penei Sewell running at him with the ball in his hands.
Jameson Williams has averaged 9.9 yards after the catch per reception this season, the most among wide receivers with a minimum of 20 targets.
So he averages a first down after he catches the ball.
Williams has been particularly good in the intermediate area of the field. We obviously know the Lions' offense operates there, with 41.7% of his targets coming between 10 and 19 air yards, an increase from 26% in 2023. Williams has recorded 141 yards at the catch and plus 53 yards after the catch over expected in the intermediate this season. That's the second and third most in the NFL. The Bears' defense allowed 5.3 yards after the catch per reception on intermediate targets this season, second most in the NFL.
Yeah.
So, Nick? Waymo!
And you got to think they're going to be, focusing on stopping Amon-Ra St. Brown and the run game. So,
essentially, Waymo is a dog after the catch. We know that. The speed. The Bears are weak in the intermediate part of the field.
I like it. Let's go to break. We'll come back. We're going to talk something else. Tell us about Mark White, Easy.
Mark White gonna do you right. Mark White. change your life. Give him a call, he might bang your wife. MarkWhiteSells.com. He won't do that if you don't want him to. Call him 248-290-8242. MarkWhiteSells.com. My guy, Detroit Lions fan, he can save you up to $5,000 in closing costs of your new home.
The countdown to kickoff is here. Your Detroit Lions are ready for another season of grit. Woodward Sports is your #1 destination for all breaking news and Lions coverage. We are Detroit's #1 sports network. We are Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, is kicking off the game with the best prices on all cars, trucks, and SUVs, like this 2024 Silverado for just $296 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for as low as $371 a month. Our locations in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing means we have the perfect Chevy right in your backyard. Get the home team advantage every day at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
You overdue for a new car? Beat the holiday rush and get an amazing deal from Les Stanford Chevrolet. Right now, a Blazer EV 2LT with all-wheel drive is only $149 per month. Or go check out the Equinox EV LT for only $169 per month. Go to Les Stanford or click the QR code on the screen and check out our massive inventory. Don't forget Les Stanford has Cadillac, Buick, and GMC as well. Les Stanford in Dearborn and Ferndale, lesstanford.com.
It is time for your weekly, although we haven't been doing them weekly, heavyweight rankings.
We haven't done these in a month.
We've also added, you don't like doing them.
I don't not like doing them.
Oh. Well, first, we had a little spin on it today, though. What do you say?
Well, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
We're doing our top 5 MVP power rankings. You want to make this a weekly thing or what?
No.
See, he doesn't like doing them.
Because how much is it going to change week to week? We're going to have the same guys up there, maybe the first 2 in a different order.
That's fair. What, every 2 weeks?
Yeah, sure.
When things get spicy? Who was it? You want to put it?
You didn't send anything.
Spinnies.
They're in Slack.
Where?
Oh,
Ryan
you got them?
sent them.
Spenny.
Okay.
Let's hear yours first.
Yeah, when we get the graphic in there, we'll get them for sure. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, we have the top 10, but we have our MVP rankings. Here's mine. I got Saquon Barkley at #1 right now, just because what he's doing is on a different level, and that can obviously change. I got Jared Goff at #2. He's the best player on the best team in the NFL. Josh Allen at #3. He has been, he's been a freak of nature, man. He kind of put on the cape for a while there, but now the offense is still coming around. But he is making things happen, and he's having a damn good season so far. When a lot of people thought maybe he takes a step back without Stephon Diggs and with kind of the lack of wide receiver talent, but I got Lamar Jackson at #4. I think the losses on his resume definitely hampered a little bit, and the Derrick Henry being so good also hampers it a little bit. And then at #5, you got to put him in there because they have the best record in the AFC, and that's Patrick Mahomes. Even though he's not having a good season at all, he's still the quarterback for the best team in the AFC, and his name's Patrick Mahomes, so he's got to be on the list.
Bang! Time for the right list. Get that fucking weak shit out of here. I'm playing. It's not much different, honestly. Saquon Barkley is my #1. He is doing some ridiculous shit right now. I wouldn't be upset if you had either of the guys over him. It's just maybe that's the flavor of the week. Coming off him breaking a franchise record for the Philadelphia Eagles, both in yards from scrimmage and rushing yards. I mean, that's a historic franchise. But Saquon Barkley is carrying that team. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, to be outshining the rest of those guys is truly impressive in my opinion. #2, Lamar Jackson. I get it, and I made the statement that the MVP goes to the quarterback on the best team. And Lamar Jackson's not that right now because Detroit Lions are the best team, but the numbers he's putting up,
it's insane.
It's literally ridiculous. I think he's on 27 touchdowns passing for the year. Just last night, he had 2 more and 1 rushing. He is a dog. He's so good. And then you look at 3 interceptions. Just 3. And then you go and look at how those interceptions happened. They're all tipped balls.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on the receivers.
Yeah, he's
not catching the football.
It's pretty crazy.
You know what a prop bet I'm doing every single week? Maybe I jinx him on this one. Lamar Jackson.
Not to throw an interception?
Not to throw an interception. Every single week, I'm locking that one in. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then Jared Goff, number 3, guys, best quarterback. I'm sorry, not the best quarterback, but best team quarterback, MVP. They go together like spaghetti and meatball. Josh Allen, number 4. I think the Bills in the conversation to be the best team. They obviously got some work to do to pursue that. But Josh Allen's having a hell of a season. It's after a lot of you guys said he wouldn't, and I love that for him. He was called the most overrated player this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was ridiculous. This guy is so fucking good. I
That
don't
is ridiculous.
understand the disrespect at all. It's to watch him play.
Wow.
And only have bad things to say or have any bad things to say. It makes 0 fucking sense, to be honest with you. It's insane. And then Patrick Mahomes, quarterback of the best team, as you said.
Even though he's not having a good year.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him.
Now, Spinny, our top 10 power rankings, we had some differences. And I didn't send in the graphics for this one because I wasn't able to finish it. But I have your list in front of me right now. You have Texans 10, Chargers 9, Broncos 8.
Yeah.
Are you taking Are you taking Broncos over Chargers?
I am. If they play head up, I'd take the Broncos over the Chargers.
Okay. You have the Packers 7. I'm not mad at that. The Steelers 6.
Mm-hmm.
They just lost the Browns.
Yeah, because there's 2 feet of snow on the ground.
So the Browns are still the Browns.
Yeah, but if that's a game where there isn't 2 feet of snow on the ground, the Steelers would have won.
Ravens 5. Eagles 4. Bills 3, Chiefs 2. Why Chiefs 2 when the Bills beat them?
Because they just
they barely beat the.
I know, but they just keep finding a way to win, man. And they're ugly. They're doing it ugly. They're not getting these good wins, but it says something when you just find a way to win over and over in this league when you don't have your best stuff going for you and your quarterback's not playing his best season, but you're just still winning games consistently. I got to give it to him.
My top 10, I think, is the most different we've been on this season. I wish I had a graph for this one. Maybe I'll get yours and put it on social media. But Lions number 1, obviously. I'm not veering away from that one. I have the Bills my number 2 team. I just think what they did to the Chiefs, and then you have the Chiefs barely beating the Panthers. It's been ugly all year. We talk about like the Chicago Bears and the Vikings barely beating teams. It's been the Chiefs' entire year. I don't think they've blown a single team out. Not at least off the top of my head. The Bills are the number 2 team for me. Number 3 team, the Eagles. Am I tripping?
No.
I think that the defense is a big part of that too. I know you think the Eagles is just the offense. No,
Oh, you made your own list, huh?
Well, I did it while we were live. Got yours up right now too. I just didn't finish it. The Eagles are my 3rd best team in the NFL. Chiefs number 4, Ravens number 5, Packers number 6. You had the Packers 6 too, right? Or 7?
7, I think.
Okay, we're one off on that one. Chargers I had over your Broncos, or at my number 10 spot. Did you have the Vikings on yours?
No.
No Vikings. I don't hate it.
No, if the Vikings play the Texans right now, the Texans would beat them by a lot.
But they did play each other.
Yeah, but that was when they had Christian. That's when they had Christian Darrisaw. If you have Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter going against that offensive line, they'll kill Sam Darnold.
Did the Vikings have? The Texans. They had Nico Collins for that one, or did he get hurt in that game?
I think they. I don't know. I would have to look, but
Joe Mixon was out. I think they had Nico Collins though.
Joe Mixon. Oh yeah, Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Okay. I had to put the Vikings just because that game did happen and it was so one-sided.
Yeah.
I don't know that Christian Darrisaw makes that much of a difference where it's like.
I think he does.
That was ugly.
And to be honest with you, C.J. Stroud pulled a fucking Dan Orlovsky this past week. Like,
he did.
They are spiraling.
Yeah.
I don't think that Texans beats that Vikings team handily or any of these teams handily. That's why they're out of my top 10. Nick?
I think the Vikings have a really strong top 4. That's why I asked you guys that in the heavyweight huddle. When you think about Jefferson, Addison, Hawkinson, and Aaron Jones, they have a really good 4 position skill players that can put a really good threat into teams' defenses if Sam Darnold's not turning the ball over. But yeah, I would definitely have the Vikings in my top 10. That's no surprise there. Definitely over the Texans. I think if they weren't in that division, they would be not looked at as this team. And C.J. Stroud's having a really bad sophomore slump. I thought he was going to ascend to being a top 5 quarterback in the league. And he's looking, honestly, it's been a really surprising year for C.J. Stroud.
It's a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah. And
I definitely rookie season.
And I definitely would have the Eagles number 2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that.
Saquon's an absolute dog.
I wanted to do it, but I just the Bills went out and they slayed a giant. I don't know if the Eagles done that this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who's the Eagles' best win? I gotta check their schedule.
Maybe the Packers, and that was kind of shaky because it was
in Rio.
Yeah,
the first week of the season,
and Love got hurt.
And Love got hurt,
but it was like the final play of the game.
Yeah,
but still, the conditions of that one, I'm not one to give that excuse out.
People were falling all over the place.
Yeah, it was awful.
They beat the Bengals.
Mid.
So the Bengals are what? 4?
No really good wins. They lost to the Falcons. They lost to the Bucks. They beat the Packers. They barely beat the Saints. Browns, Giants, Jaguars, Cowboys. Their best wins are the Rams, the Commanders, and the Bengals.
I just saw the Chiefs almost lost to the Panthers, though, so maybe that's fresh in my mind. Where
no,
no.
Kick Chiefs at 3. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're fine.
Bills over.
I'm not mad at it
Eagles.
at all.
Yeah, I ain't tripping at all. By the way, to your point, I went back and watched that because we're playing the Bears this week. Started watching that game a little bit. But they're triple teaming Justin Jefferson. That's why.
Oh, for sure.
That's why Addison Wentz dummy.
Yeah,
because
there's nobody on him.
Yeah, there's no help around him. None of that. And I did finish your graphic, but I forgot to change Dan Campbell.
Sorry.
All right, when we get back, Asar Thompson made his debut. A couple NBA questions and maybe a little.
Oh wow.
Little Ivy. Little Ivy.
Little basketball talk here.
The show was supposed to begin with that, but then James Houston got cut.
Little basketball.
And then we started getting horny
here.
over old ladies.
That's a worthy tangent.
We did use the segment for that. Yeah.
We didn't lose a single viewer, by the way. It went up.
It really did.
Let me tell you, horny people, what to do. Head to WoodwardSports.com. Click that shop tab today and get yourself some brand new merch. The ultimate Detroit gear is here at WoodwardSports.com by clicking that shop tab. And we're doing a Black Friday sale, 10% off. Use the promo code WSN10 and get the flyest merch the city has to offer.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
That better have been an offensive foul. Sabbath Coffee Roasters, delicious locally roasted specialty coffee dropped off right to your door. All you got to do is subscribe at SabbathCoffeeRoasters.com. Use code word Woodward to get 25% off your first order. Wake up, enjoy game day, and start your day off right with Sabbath Coffee Roasters.
Chris, we're supposed to start the show with this news because it is breaking news. We all missed some side from Nick.
Almost.
Asar Thompson made his season debut last night. How you feel? How you feel? How you feel?
I'm not 25, and I wish I was sitting on 25 mil. But I will say that Asar did impress me. He was overall rough. You know, he had some moments where he looked a little rusty, but that's to be expected. I think the telling thing is that he had the second most minutes off the bench. Now, obviously, that translates to eighth man when you assume Cade Cunningham comes back and everything. But he's already carving out a role and already getting attention in JB Bickerstaff's rotation, and that was to be expected, knowing the type of player Asar is and knowing the type of coach that JB Bickerstaff is. I think that's going to be a match made in heaven in JB Bickerstaff's eyes. I can see he's already infatuated with Asar Thompson, and I think he's going to really cut into minutes of Fontecchio, who has just, outside of a few glimpse moments, has not done anything. And Ron Holland I know he's a new toy, but I think with what Asar brings defensively, and he showed some stuff offensively too, obviously down the stretch with the 3 in the lob. If he brings that to the table, he's going to be taking those minutes too, and he's going to be in for a big role. And I think he could be a very key piece for this team if he is able to provide at least some offense.
Yeah, I mean, you need him to provide some offense. He knocked down a 3-pointer. You'd like to see that. He's 1 of 3 from 3 in his first game back. The defense is always going to be there. I love to see him pushing the ball in transition. He had a nice lob to Jalen Duren. So it's all just about him getting comfortable. It's his first game back, and he showed signs that hopefully he's going to have an advanced role in the team this year. And they got the win, so can't be too mad. Yeah. -9 on the game, though. But
yeah,
you're playing with the bench
Another
unit.
shout out, though, if we're doing the plus and minuses. Isaiah Stewart was -16. Jalen Duren was +16. And that is, Isaiah Stewart's been very good, but you want to see Jalen Duren winning
You're a
that
Michigan
matchup.
State fan. Relax.
No, that was nasty, bro. Shout out Jalen Fears. Jeremy Fears, sorry.
If Asar Thompson can shoot 1 for 3 from 3, I'm taking that all day long. 33%. That's big time if he can actually keep that up throughout the season.
Are you in?
But I love everything else that he did. But one thing that stood out to me, when you're going up to the hole under a minute and you need that bucket, don't go up for the layup, Asar. You are the most athletic guy on this team. I need you dunking that bitch.
Yeah.
Hate.
I don't hate that.
It was a missed layup, and luckily we won the game. But I would have been fuming today if we didn't, because he missed that layup under a minute.
Microwave Nick, are you bought in, though? You bought in on Asar?
I've never hated Asar. I just don't think you can be a extremely quality player in this league. I don't think you can be a quality player in this league without being able to shoot over 14% from 3 if you are under 6'10". So, yeah, I think, I'm in on Asar. Yes.
Wow.
The shot looked good. The shot looked good.
That's what we wanted to hear. Did
you guys see it?
The hot dog soup.
It looked way better.
Form looks
looked good.
Yep, it does.
Do you think Vikings beat Broncos?
No.
I don't know. I don't know either.
No, I don't think they do.
Where are they playing? That's what
Neutral
I would say.
site.
Just I guess
Neutral site.
conversationally.
Gun to your head.
I'm taking the Broncos.
You know what? I'm taking the Vikings
Broncos.
only because Bo Nix, a rookie.
I kind of want to put Seattle in my top 10 instead of the Texans.
What are they, 6 and 5?
Mm-hmm.
They had too many down weeks, though, too.
They're very shaky.
Yeah. I'll park your son. Did we learn anything about Jaden Ivey last night?
No.
You said I made the bar. I didn't make the bar.
He stepped up. You needed him, obviously, with Kate out. You needed him to play a big role, and he did. He knocked down that game winner. He's never been afraid to take that shot. He's never been afraid to be that guy. So
yeah.
you love to see him hit that one. That was big for him.
I asked because a lot of people are like, well, shout out because he's my guy, Koo, who's like, I think we know now. We got our future backcourt. It's like they didn't play together.
They didn't play together.
How is that your takeaway?
And people were just dogging him for having a bad game literally the last time they went out there. So I think we need to relax. Like, it's either he's the best player in the NBA or he needs to be traded if he has a good or a bad performance.
Yeah, shout out to our social media team, too. I saw them post, what happened to all those people who wanted to trade Ivy? Brother, we're 8-11 or 8-12 or something.
Yeah, 8-11, 8th spot in the East.
Yeah, did he not have? Yeah, I mean, whatever. We're going to make the playoffs.
Play in.
That's kind of crazy to say. Play in.
Play in.
Oh, you think Asar doesn't elevate them to a playoff?
I don't know. Not if Cade stays out for a little while.
Yeah. What's going on with that? There's no words in that?
No, he's day to day. He's making plays, but I think, like I said, they need a little bit more before I'll say play in or playoffs. I'll say play in.
I'll say playoff.
I'm saying
so you're saying 7 seed or higher?
I'm not scared of no. They win the play-in. They can win two games
against
any of those
8 seeds. You're playing.
You're right.
They can win against any of those teams though that are in that cluster.
Yeah, they can also lose.
They can, but I think they
would.
We
just saw LaMelo Ball's playing like an MVP, so I would not want to see the Hornets.
Yeah, well, they are kryptonite.
But yeah, we'll figure it out. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you tapping in. Make sure you smash that like button. For Easy, for Nick, for Chris, for Beth, for Emma, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.